Working as intended.
I demand to see your manager. He must be fired. Alright. Maybe I'll zip to the future in this one, but this one I really want to get my mount so I can actually do other stuff quickly. And the first thing I gotta do is choose a Grand Company. Hello. Yes, it's Weeb. I like the Weeb. Yes. That's the spirit, lass. These other two will be really disappointed. And I get Delamid red dye. Alright. Go to the upper decks. Can be both arduous and challenging, but I promise you, you will not regret this choice. May your passage be swift and your bearings sure. Let's just go home. Alright, first thing we're doing is we're going to the aft castle at the upper deck. We're going to shit in the upper part of the toilet. If you're cultured and you know Urban Dictionary, you know that's what that means. When you defecate in the upper part of the toilet, it's the gift that keeps on giving. It's like, yeah, you're disgusting. Anyways, we're here to sign up. Hello. I believe you are expecting me. Are you? How about you be polite and say I'm here to enlist if you will have me? I'll need a name for the role. Wait a minute. Must be word of several... Several whats? Force have fired upon a high wind skyways airship. Now we'll go to Cedarwood. Alright, must reach them before the Garleans do. Sure, this is my mission for acceptance. Alright. Any fast way to get there? I could go through here, or I could go through here. Let's take the housing route. So from the housing district, my FC house is in Miss. Oh right, I gotta get retainers as well. Then we'll head out through here. Leave the residential district. Use the weapon coffer. Oh, it's not even high quality. Anyways, what's going on up here? Instance wise, what's going on? Spy. Hello. Uh-oh. Fucking Dodo. They're like, we didn't see anything. No Lala friend with you? Hi guys. We're here to rescue you. We have to smash said Imperials. They're up to shenanigans. Must be Garland's work. Let's go rescue him. Accident? It's a terrible accident. The full velocity is hiding inside the tiny Bronco. Alright, we're gonna hit those Imperials hard and fast. If they want a souvenir from Rosa, they can have a knife in the gut. Don't forget to save the Lalafell. Charge! I'll support from back here. Hey guys, how's it going? Defeat Imperial soldiers. I can do that. With my AoE. Oh, I'm actually hitting this guy way over here. Actually has some range. I feel like you guys are getting your ass kicked. I actually think you guys could have handled this yourself. I don't know, there's more. They're hiding back there. Here they come. Take care of the little dudes. Poison the machine. Did it! Lava fell safe. I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. Thanks. I might ask you to stay, but I think we're all better knowing an adventure of your ability was safely sworn in and ready for the next mission. For calling it Imperial Spy and all that. Sorry! This guy is big. And this guy is a tiny wedge. Let's set a guild cost allowance so I don't have to keep pressing confirm. Mission complete! They completed their return trip without further Imperial interference. We're seeing what else you're capable of after you're properly inducted. Alright, now I can do my induction, right? And I get Storm Seals. Let's start new. Hi guys. Very red. Before you start allegiance, however, it is only right that I tell you exactly what it is that you'll be joining. It is an all-encompassing organization which draws upon the resources of an entire city-state to form a united military force capable of standing against the nation's deadliest enemies. We of the Maelstrom are charged with meeting the threats posed by the Primals and the Garling Empire and solving the many problems caused by the Calamity. Every man and woman who serves under our colors has a role to play in keeping the great warship that is Limsa Liminsa afloat, and on whatever heading Chief Admiral Weeb sees fit. As part of this grand vessel's crew, you will be expected to take your turn at the oars, for the winds do not look favorable last, and strength of arm may be all that sees us safe to port. If I've lost you with talk of ship and oar, let me put it another way. A Maelstrom soldier labors till her last breath, fights to her last drop of blood. We give our all in service to this nation, and no less is expected of you. Sounds like a black company. It is customary for new recruits to swear an oath of their own choosing upon entering the Maelstrom's rank. Is there aught you'd like to say? Everything has to be with till sea swallows all. My sword. I'm using a bow. You can have my skill. The many and varied skills adventure. I've no doubt that you... I am very skilled. Hereby sign you the rank of Storm Private 3rd Class. You are now officially a soldier of the Maelstrom. Hooray! Salute back? Now? Yup. Hooray! But I'm the least red one here. Uh-oh, now what? Alright, back to the waking sands. I recommend having a word with the commander. The quiet dude over there. My little Chocobo. Hooray, achievement. Alright, go to the waking sands. Alright, dude, what's up? My very own Chocobo. Dudes take us far and wide on ways you've slugged across quite a few mountains of countryside on not but your own 2 feet. Alright, let's get a steed. Exchanging company seals with the quartermaster. Once you have the deed, present it to Fragium, and she will see you saddle up with one of the trusty birds. Alright, so I need a Chocobo issuance. So it's 200. Doesn't this quest give me 300? Yeah, the quest gives me 300. Going to the lower decks? What is that, just using a toilet normally? Hi, accountant. Mission complete. Hooray, seals! I'm gonna club a seal to get a better deal. I mean, I did 1 mission. Alright, new friends! Hello, engineers. Alright, hello, comedy duo. You're a nervous lalafell. Hooray, Magitech! Requested assistance to the Garland Ironworks. So where's Sid? Hurry, I can get my mount now. Alright, next mission, but you know what? Let's not. Let's go get a Chocobo. This thing used to cost 2,000, so you actually had to go and do some fates way back in the day. We have to go all the way to the Shroud to get our Chocobo, I believe. So once we get our mount, I'll be using the bike because it goes faster. And then using the bike, we'll go around, zip around, and do all the side quests. All the chores for everybody. Because that'll let us level up a bit. And then I can get rid of some of this old gear. Alright, Storm Chocobo issuance. I don't know, I just take it here. Because I haven't done like any of my class quests. I need to get on that shit. Chocobo keep. Hello. Yup. Here you go. The only thing I do is make my retainers and then dump all the stuff that I don't need. Nice helmet, by the way. Somebody's really into the Chocobo keeping. High spirits, fast few bells. He must have sensed that his master was coming. I'll make it a shit. You'll need your noble steed a name. Que? Name my Chocobo. I don't know what I'm gonna name you. Can I change your name later? I'm gonna name you Beaker, because you're gonna peck him with your beak. I need another one named Dr. Bunsen Honeydew. Alright, I got a Chocobo that I'm never going to use. Well, okay, I'll use it in combat. Does it the generic name? And Chocobo Whistle. It doesn't respond when summoned in crowded city areas or monster-infested lairs. Only when you're outside. Alright, and that concludes the formalities. Hooray! Mount time. Means I can use any mount, right? I need my greens. Should we go to Conjury? I can drive around now. Zoom! Yay, FF7 music. Hello, dude with the weird name. I finished this quest a while ago. The aphids. What do we need them for? They're oil. Alright, thanks Bodwine. I'll have to thank Bodwine personally. No problem. Level up! Anyways, I'll help you do other stuff too. Fight the Ixal. You have confidence in your battlecraft may help you to help the greet us fight the Ixal. They're sighted by the river due west. Kill some. We mean to drive them off before they can threaten our people. Several of their scouting parties were suddenly dispatched. It might give their leaders cause to doubt the wisdom of their plan. We'll slay 2 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these. Alright, I can do that. Zoom, zoom! I can buy that green here, right? No, I can't? Alright. No Chocobo for me yet. Wee! 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 Corrupted soil. Gotta do this quest. I can throw rocks too. I'm winning this HP bar fight. All cleansed. My level 5 class quest. I'm finished learning about Earth. The elements whisper of your accomplishments. How to feel to confront the embodiment of Earth, to endure its onslaught? Has the crushing power of this element shaken the very marrow of your bones? Corruption occurs when the land's wounds are prevented from healing. In vanquishing the tainted sprite, you permit Earth's energies to flow unimpeded and to nourish the land once more. Can you not sense the strength of the Earth returning? Already the land begins to heal. Thanks to your actions, the field will once again make bountiful crops. When you next have reason to call upon your art, look back upon this task and that which you accomplished. Experience once more the grinding weight of the Earth's fury, and revel in the memory of life flowing anew through the land you helped restore. When such thoughts shall your understanding of nature continue to grow. It's like, are you ready to understand nature? Hello, Novice Conjurer. You do well learn from our example if you wish to become a conjurer worthy of the name. You must make an effort to study nature. Were you not listening? Also, you're not too much taller than I am. I mean, how about your DPS spells? I'm good at healing. You can't make me do those other... Sounds like there's a duty finder healer. 0 DPS healer. Yeah, unlike other RPGs, you're as a healer, you are actually expected to do some DPS. Joined the guild shortly before you came to us, as you yourself just experienced. She possesses a prodigious talent for healing. Indeed, despite her tender years, I know of few conjurers who are her equal in the field. But she doesn't DPS. You've been a most attentive student. I have taught you all I know in the elements of Earth. You may report back. But first, side quests. It's like, Sylvie, you're not going to DPS? How do you expect to get your class quest done? Done. Zoom, zoom, bitches! More chores complete. It was bloody work, but it had to be done. Thanks to you, we now have time to plot our next move. We could muster our forces and take the battle to the Birdmen or consolidate defenses before they return. I must needs consult with the commander. And level up! Better gear? No? I see a hunt target. They're 2 levels higher than I am. Oh no, my hit points. Alright, let's head north. So I reached like the higher end teens with Lancer and Archer just by running around doing my hunts. Oh, hi Chocobo Keep. Alright, what do you guys need from me? Testing which I asked them to slay midge swarms. I mean, didn't I just do that? Did you keep the peace? And if you mean to stay for a spell, you'll have to prove you can be trusted. And we hardly any fighting folk, so there's a need to kill these beasties. We've been suffering from an outbreak of midges of late. The buggers are driving our patrols to distraction now. If you exterminate, say, half a dozen swarms, we'll know you're a friend. Alright. While I'm here, I'm going to pick up other stuff so I can do them at the same time. Linny Eve needs an adventure to bring her a glimshroom. Alright. Adventurers love little tasks, do they not? It's an MMO thing. You haven't the face idea what a glimshroom is, huh? Glimshroom is a common name for a variety of fungus with a unique white phosphorescence. What did you say? A glowing mushroom? Yes, I suppose you could put it that way. There's a colony on the rock face in the southwest of Peace Garden. But do not simply pick the first one you come across. The brightest glowing mushroom you can find, if you please. I would love to be able to harvest glimshrooms for myself, but there is a small matter of Exali scouts. Not terribly friendly, those chaps. Off you go. Also, I'm finished the quest here. What's that? You have something for me? Yes, I do. I have these things that I got from beating up, I think it's Opos. And your mung beans. I had given up hope before you had arrived, but with these beans I can make enough tonic for everyone in Hersmail. As long as I have enough microchew leaflets to flavor it, there will be no complaints. Yeah, my son drank it the other day. One of his friends challenged me to do it, he said, and do you know what? He drained the whole cup in one grape gulp without making so much as a face. He grows stronger and braver by the day. Every hour, either that or my secret recipe is rather more delicious than I imagined. Now that I think about it, a good many people have described the taste as unforgettable. That means it's just shit. Alright, what do I gotta do now? Gather... Okay, yeah, I gotta gather the leaves. I'll need more microchew leaflets. Alright, sure, I'll go beat up some microchews. What, is that Tiny Kisses? Microchew? Making a fresh batch of tonic. Muntai tonic. It's a lovely drink, absolutely bursting with nutrients and goodness. A lot of you know I always drink at least 1 cup a day. But few people share your passion for healthy living. Unless you add these to make it actually, like, bearable. Alright. Listen to me prattling on like an Ishgardian priest. Alright, don't just stand there, go and fetch leaves. It'd be such a shame if no one could drink it but me. Microchew! The poison! Gain levels! Apparently microchew is a hunt. I can put enemies to sleep now. I have to go to Central Shroud and do all the quests there too. New equipment! I'm all done. Oh, I also need that shroom. We'll just pick that shit. Lots of mushrooms. Yay, getting chores done. Alright, reward! For real, I thought of something else you could do for us. Alright, what am I doing now? Investigate the area around Hedge Tree. Sure, I can do that. I have a bike, I can just run over there quickly. No more than scouts, see if the Exali are there. Oh, and if you see a chance to encounter an Exali, just send them packing. The vermin ain't like to take their leave without a fight. Make sure you go well prepared and keep your eyes peeled, alright? And here's your glowy mushroom. Yes, I was. Here you go. Tell me you mix a potent remedy for the creeping... What? To forestall the obvious question, the creeping death is a deadly plague. Ah, that sounds horrible. Though it can be cured with simple conjuring, it doesn't hurt to have everybody supply the medicine. After all, out here, we can always rely on a conjurer to be on hand whenever a youngling coughs. Think the matron for wandering adventures, though? Alright, all done. Another level. Better gear? 1 piece of better gear. Did you manage to find the microchew? Yes. Here's your leaves. That's 4, alright. Ah, such a lovely scent. Oh, I know I shouldn't have to ask, but these days more and more people forget to take only what they need. Further to live in harmony with the wood, we must respect life. Remember what it means to take it. Never be wasteful. Know the value of life and know the value of our time here in the world. That's why I always live by life to the fullest. Wasting nary a moment, nary a word. Nay, not so much as a single one. Remember, if you mean to remain within the 12's wood, you must be ever mindful to show respect and gratitude to the forest and to the elementals. You know, you remind me of my son. He's a good boy, but... Oh, wait, I'm a girl. But sometimes forgets what it means to be Gridanian. Like just the other day, I caught him and his friends throwing Muntoy beans at each other. And needless to say, I was terribly cross. Who wouldn't be? And all set to give them a memorable scolding when I noticed that they were playing in teams and that my son was leading the winners. I know I shouldn't have been proud, but when I saw the way he marshaled his troops, by which I mean his friends, it was so clear to me that he was a born leader. Oh, where was I? Oh yes, you see, later that day I was cooking dinner and he, quite without prompting, offered to wash the vegetables. He's such a good boy. Alright, I'll take your money. I don't need your ethers. Alright, down over here to get this quest done. I believe there are some mining spots that I need here. Ooh, hello enemy. Where's this go? It's way over there. Ah, jerk! Done. So there's some mines around here. That's level 20, I believe, right? Yes. And I need to mine out this. And immediate level. Better gear? Better gear! Alright, done more of your chores. Long ago they woke the green wrath and arrow driven out. They weren't best pleased when the Gridanians took their place here. In fact, it's none other than this resentment that kindled their hatred for us. But I expect I'm boring ya. By defending the head tree, you once more proving yourself a friend to your smell. If you can spare a moment, I'd ask that you speak with others in the hamlet. I mean, I just did. I guess you could use a hand. Are you gonna open more quests? Anyways, I'll take the money. Yes, you're gonna open up more quests. Level 9 quest. Deeply troubled and could use the aid of a kindly adventurer. Sure, I can spare a moment. Alright, so what do you need? I have been recipient of several gifts. Sparkling jewels and fine silks. Huh. Naturally, I was flattered, but I knew nothing of my mysterious benefactor, so I endeavored to seek him out, only to discover that he is none other than Albert, an infamous rogue wanted for countless robberies in Gridania. I realize now that all his presents were taken from others, and that I have unwittingly won the affections of a dangerous criminal. That's not all. With his latest gift came a request. He insists that we meet in the woods outside of Hearst Mill, where he intends to present me with the most precious gift. I beg of you, will you not go in my stead? Sure, I can go. I shall only be left in peace, but I fear a man such as he may be driven to violence when made to hear such words. I pray no harm comes to you. It's gonna be a fight. You hear a man cry out in rage. I guess it helps if I was on the right class. Oh well. I just one-shot him. I want to be on Conjurer. Do the quest on Arcanist and finish it as a Conjurer. Is that possible? But how about that extra, like, couple hundred experience? All for naught. I give thanks to you, you're unharmed. A letter for me? Yes, here you go. My dearest Ameria, I pray this letter finds you well. I know my gifts were sudden and many, but I hope that they were to your liking. Seeing you in the first summer of your womanhood, I could restrain myself no longer. My thoughts have been only of you these past many moons, of what gifts might bring your happiness. Yet to see you smile from afar is nonetheless. I long to live together with you in Hearstmill, and nothing could bring me greater joy. I would give you a grand garden filled with the white chamomile you love so much. But such dreams can never come true. My crimes are known and will never be forgiven. I'm in combat. The most I can hope is for you to know my heart. That would grant me a measure of peace, and so, if it does not cause you to, I would write to you again. Thank you for bringing me this letter. His most precious gift. Ow! Jerk! Alright, let's try this again. Alright, thank you for bringing this letter. How do you know my favorite flower? You must return the presents to their rightful owners. I know it will not erase this Albert's sins, but perhaps the 12 will view him more kindly. Forgive me this final request, but could you go to Gridania and speak with Mama? You should find her at the Carlin Canopy. Tell her of all that transpired here. She'll know what to do. Alright. Does that end my chores here? Alright, Mother Mion. Hello, I murdered a criminal. I'll deal with the stolen goods. Worry not. He once lived in this very town. One day he stole a handful of seeds from an influential merchant. While I had a sister... Oh. I doubt he grasped the gravity of his act. Regardless, his parents felt that he had brought terrible shame to the family, and so they disowned him. And those who would think not... And those who think only of survival think little of law. A common enough tale, perhaps, but no less tragic. Aww. And I murdered him. Word of the boys' banishment soon spread, and their parents were forced to move to Hearstmill to maintain the fiction. They surely heard rumors of her long-lost brother, though a gentle girl like her would never question her parents' honesty, and whatever faint memories she once may have had are gone. But he never forgot. I suspect he now keeps close to Gridania, refusing to leave his beloved sister a second time. Alright. By the time he sees the Shroud and their flowers bloomed, he will have found a new path. Oh, so I just knocked him out. I didn't murder him. Alright, so that finishes the first area of North Shroud. There's more in the late 20s in the west half of it. But I think now I'm going to warp to the future, because I have to organize my inventory, get some retainers, and generally do some cleaning up. So, warp to the future! I used a bunch of money and I grinded a bunch of crafting stuff. We warped to the future. And we're in bed. Yay! Yawn, roll out of bed and cheer. Hooray! Alright, let's go do some crafting quests. And we're right in the right area for this too. 3 crafting classes here. Let's go be a blacksmith. So I have to do the level 10 quest, Riveting Ramblings. I'm already level 25 just from doing my completion. So here, I get some more shards. I have something important to tell you. You know what, lass? It may not be my place to say it. Me being a guild master and all, but I like ya. I really like ya. Together there is not we can't... What? Why are you making that face to me? You're the most promising pupil I've had in God knows how long. I was just waxing sentimental for a moment. Can't honestly tell me you don't get a bit emotional when you've been out and... forget it. Been working hard, have ya? I can tell, but this is just the beginning, lass. You see, the art of blacksmithing is deeper than the deepest ocean. And if you plan on getting to the bottom of it, you'll need to sink? Nah, that's no good. Alright, how about this? Mina set sail for the faraway land of some smith and mastery. You mustn't try to make... Why are you trying to explain this? Just send me on a mission. The hell's with it, just make me a dozen bronze rivets. Sure, here's a dozen. Here you go. Here's a dozen bronze rivets. I have like my crafting quest stuff done for quite a few. That's right, inspect my normal quality rivets that I could just buy from a store. Rivets have got to be perfect. If you're pounding something and your hammer breaks, you can just grab a new one, but it's a whole other story when your rivets fail. Ever seen an airship? Marvelous things. Bloody complicated. Now imagine that your dozen moms above limbs and your fancy flying boat starts springing rivets. That's a bad thing. Whatever is, you're royally buggered. If I was on the airship last, taking the gorgeous view as a confounding contraption tumbled down to the earth below, I'd be cursing them rivets. You mustn't want that on your conscience, would you? Which is why you must always make quality products. To help you learn the principles of quality, I want you to try Smitten for paying customers. Start by having a word with Tamokri down at the winch. She should be able to point you in the direction of a few limits and need services of a talented lass like yourself. Hone your craft, earn some coin. Hells, have a drink while you're at it. The winch is always serving. Anyways, I'll take money. Because I don't need that other junk. Oh look, another quest. Level 15. Seems upset. Perhaps there's something you can do to help. Can't you see I'm struggling with the matter of great import? It ain't all drink and debauchery, especially when Bonanza's breathing down the neck. It's our job to ensure they stay profitable, or some bollocks. Now look here, you greedy shrew. We're making a mint off our commission from the Maelstrom, ain't we? Well, I mayn't have said shrew. Anyhow, the greedy shrew then starts yammering on about expanding to new bleeding markets. Says we should be selling more to the tree folk in Gridania. Says I should be the one to develop a plan of action. 7 hells. I'm sitting on a merchant. I've never even been there. It gets worse. See, we need a man with connections, don't we? Some of us can make arrangements with the tree folk. Bonanza goes and finds one. Right clever bastard by the sound of it, and orders me to go meet him. So I go and meet him only to find it's none other than he's a phaser. And I'd sooner bash my own teeth than talk to that piece of... Never mind. I know how to deal with that. You talk to him. Thanks. Go on then, chop chop. Alright, laser gun. You're a phaser. I'm not phased by it. What do you need? That horse doesn't realize the trouble he's in. Let me keep my diction. It's simple. Take instruction from that drunkard will have dulled your wits. Now listen. What do you need? It's just a matter of identifying and fulfilling them. Anyone with half a brain which discounts you knows that the Forestborn do not want for wood or leather goods. They want metal goods. They're gonna steal our steel. But the Calamity changed all that. Half a decade on and no end of the rebuilding in sight. Forced to open the gates to adventurers. When they're adventurers, there's demand for weapons and armor. Quality weapons and armor. Alright, what do you need? Some samples show them. Bring me a bronze spatha and a spiked bronze labia for his purpose. Guess what? I have those. Let's give you my normal quality ones. These require closer inspection. Can inspect the goods. The quality is quite good. I thought you know more than Aaron Girl. I mean, I'm halfway to 50. Well-tempered and perfectly balanced. They're good weapons, even though they're normal quality. I kept the high-quality ones for myself. If you've been a relative newcomer to the guild can produce work of this quality, then my contacts will have naught to worry about. These samples should convince them of that. Seems you've saved your mentor's job. Just leave the rest to me. There's nothing easier than selling an excellent product. Sweet. Money. Crafting in this game is easy now. I don't think I've ever had any problems getting a high-quality item. I remember you had to like cross-class and actually think about what you're doing. Also, level 20 quest. He has important news he would like to share with you. Now what? You'll be able to hear that the tree folk were mighty impressed. Alright. Even the shrew had to admit I'd done a good job. But who gives a damn about business? You're here to smith, right? Whip us up an iron crossbeam hammer, will ya? Oh, before you know, I should probably mention that Smid Hammer ain't selling iron at present. Grand Company contract takes priority, you see. The shipwrights need all stock we can get. So you have to get iron on your own, be it by smith, mining, or buying. I'd sooner go to Hawker's Alley myself, but then it ain't my coin. Only thing I don't want any iron crossbeam hammer. Yes, I want one melded with materia. Yes, I know what materia is. Essence can be pulled out, and yep, we learned how to do that during the story. Yes, I don't know how. Oh, I have to go to Mutamix, right? Yes, and I've already learned how to do that. Guess what? I have this done already. Here's your crossbeam hammer with a craftsmanship 3 materia in it. Inspection. Damn fine work. And even you worked up a sweater reckon or cotton wrap grip would keep her firmly in your hand, where she belongs. Jerking off to a hammer. It's common for smiths to make their own tools. Yup. There's no better way of getting just what you want. I, for one, have always made my own. Bugger me. Though I'm starting to wish I'd ask you for two of these so I could keep one for myself. What, you're only at level 20? We really should let me buy you a drink sometime. Done a lot for me. Likes me. No need to fret about that for the time being, though. You just keep hammering away. Take from me, you'll do your best work when your only concerns are the hammer in your hand and the vision in your head. Bargot's blessing is an amazing skill. Alright, more coin. I can take the 25 quest, but I don't have the item for it. And level up. Innovation. Sweet! More quality! Also, armor. Okay, what do you need from me? Wants you to assist the nobles armor who's struggling with the basics of the craft. I have a new initiative that has near exhausted my reserves of patience. I think she would benefit from seeing the results of a peer's dedication and skill, especially yours. Her name is Grenay. And Builder, help me, she is the most distracted, fumble-fingered craftswoman ever to lift a hammer. If she could but learn to forge the simplest of items without constant supervision, I would consider it a rare victory. It is unfortunate that Bargot did not see fit to invest all of my armors with your innate talents, but I suppose we must all start somewhere, and if I abandon every initiative that would slowly grasp a technique, our guild will have a grand total of, what, 9 members? May have 10, I jest. But 'twould be a few enough for our client in the Maelstrom to have to share breastplates. So say you need only craft a dozen sheets of bronze plate to supplement Grenay's own. When they are ready, I want you to deliver them to the last in person. Alright, I can do that. Here you go. I can't see you. There you are. You look like you're fit to craft. Sorry, what were you saying? Oh, right, yes. I'll be most grateful for the extra sheets of bronze plate. Here you go, fresh from the store. I didn't even bother crafting these myself. Nope! Was not me. I cheated. I tend to put all my efforts in making the armor itself rather than bothering with the base materials. I mean, compared to hammering out glorious winged helmets or ornate greaves, measuring out metals just seems so trivial. And I never realized how beautiful a simple sheet of bronze could be. And just imagine the sturdy, shiny armor one might create. Seems like I'm putting the cart before the Chocobo. From this moment onwards, I swear to focus all my attention and care on the task at hand. Even the task at hand is forging bronze ingots. Do you see them in your sleep too? And do you have any grand process waiting for you on an anvil? I've heard some of the senior armorers boasting about the coin they made through Tradecast craft levs. Might that be something you'd consider? I don't need those to level. Now, where did I put that hammer? Alright, more shards and more coin. Alright, next quest. Wishes for you to offer a sympathetic ear to a novice armor. There's work to be done. Alright, by Dristwida. I was due a barbed and buckler from her a few bells ago, but I find myself standing here with nary a nose guard. Lest you wonder, there's nothing like Renee. She's as dedicated to the craft leader, and I've never known her to miss a delivery. Uh-oh, something must be amiss, and I need to find out what. I'd go and ask her for myself, but I fear my usual approach would do more harm than good. The last might be built like a stack of animals, but she flinches at the merest hint of criticism. Sounds like a raider. That's why I've decided to assign you as a supervisor for the job. I'm counting on you. Alright, where are they at? Oh, over here. You seem depressed about something. Pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry the Forge Master had to interrupt your work so you might assist me with mine. Uh-oh. I don't know if I could endure another dressing down. That's actually the reason my delivery's late. I just can't bring myself to work. I'm sorry, I should start from the beginning. I received a visit from armor by the name of Blansteer. He was one of the old guard, true veteran of the guild. After but a single glance at the armor I had made, he yelled that my work wasn't fit to cover a kobold's arse. That's rude, and now I cannot banish the scene from my mind, his face twisted in anger. Those scornful words. Am I truly... The shame, it paralyzes me. If he had explained the flaws in my work, I might endeavor to correct them. But I couldn't bring myself to speak to him, or to anyone else for that matter. Not until now. Alright, I know the reason behind this. This reprimand, alright. Hello. If you're looking for an armor with skill and integrity, you found him. And you want to know what's amiss with the work? One of the guild's newer faces, are ya? All these whelps training under Bonanza get their heads filled with daft blade notions of cooperation and camaraderie when they should be learning how to use a pair of pliers. I got to meet one of her noses that could forge an ingot worth a damn, and them as ain't got the skill ain't worth my time. Which means you girl, now bugger off. Rude? Not budging, eh? And I'll give you one chance to prove yourself. Let me see crowd the same pieces. Alright, decorated bronze barbed and a bronze buckler if it were. And if they're half decent, we'll have ourselves a nice little chat. Well, you know what? I just happen to have those here. Here, you can have my normal quality ones. They're not even high quality, and you're probably not going to complain about them either, are you? Back at last, I never left. Alright, do your inspection. Respect me, asshole. Yup. Seems like one of Bonanza's whelps knows the difference between hammer and sledge. Precise and uncompromising, as it should be. Buckler's just as good, small and light. That's why I can be saying this, but I'm impressed. Now stop being rude to me. Rivers ain't fit to lick your boots, them included. So you tell this from me. If you have the time to wallow in wounded tears, it's time to examine your own mistake. There's no room in this world for craftsmen who can't criticize their own handiwork, so learn how to gauge your failings and correct them, or hang up your bloody hammer. Why couldn't you say that in the first place, dick? Or hang up my bloody hammer? Well, thank you for passing on their advice. Whenever has the inner fortitude to endure such criticism, be it from oneself or from others. If such strength is required to master armorer's art, then mayhap I have mistaken my calling. Aww. I should have to think long and hard about my aspirations. Please convey my apologies to the Forge Master for the delay. Alright. It looks like you might be losing somebody. Yep, the old bastard always did take it upon himself to weed out the weaker initiates. We're not exactly on the best of terms, he and I, even after all this time. I know in Blanster, since he was not but wide-eyed novices serving our apprenticeships under the same master, we always had our differences, but when our master retired, they became that much more stark, and when we both put ourselves forward for the role of Forge Master, the resulting contest drove a permanent wedge between us. The arguments are not entirely without merit, but neither is his approach the only way to train new armorers. For that asshole, though, it's his way or no way at all. The idea of nurturing a lot less than God's given talent is anathema to him, and his ears wax deaf at the mere mention of it. But outfitting an army is the work of more than a talented few. It is the work of many hands. I've turned a blind eye to his behavior until now, but if he would threaten the unity of his guild, something must be done. I will think on it. Alright, thanks for the pliers I'm not going to use. Level up and level 20 quest, which discuss the issue of the dick. Have you had any further dealings with Dickhead? If so, I do hope his bile has not begun to wear away your better judgment. Lest you think me unjust, I do not... What, like the guy that just got fried by Ifrit? I do not dispute his skill with the hammer. I merely take issue with the lack of respect he shows to those he deems inferior. He is responsible for breaking the spirits of more than a few... Yeah, what a dick. But I cannot in good conscience remove his name from the guild register. For all his flaws, his knowledge and experience would be too great a loss. Instead, I must find a way to soften the old buzzard stance, and for that, I require your assistance. He will not unfold his thoughts to me, but mayhap he will to you. Don't look so surprised. You're one of the few armorers in this place whom he couldn't see cast out. He may possess all the charm of a rabbit girl, but he does have a fine eye for talent and appreciation for well-crafted goods. Take him one of your best iron hoplons, and I dare say he'll share his thoughts with you. I should warn you, though, that Summer Weeb has informed me that we scarcely have sufficient iron plate to cover our exit. Right. Didn't we go over this whole iron thing? I apologize for putting you in additional trouble. I want you to meld materia on it. Alright. And yeah, blah 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 Mutamix. Yep, Mutamix. I already know about this. Don't tell me everybody's gonna tell me to speak to him. Alright, may the builder guide your hand. Guess what? I already have this done too. Here you go. Bonanza, have you running errands again? Check out this hoplon. Go hop along. It's even got crystal thingy in it. And brought me a shield with materia. Impressive, but don't imagine a bit of materia enough to make up for the shoddy workmanship. I ain't the kind to be blinded by Sparkly's laugh. Now let's take a closer look. And guess what? You're gonna be happy with the Sparklies, aren't you? Bugger me! When they make the step from bronze to iron, and that the weaker craftsmen start to show their limitations, the metal being a damn sight harder to shape, all manner of flaws creep into their work, but they're in a single bleeding one this shield. Your hammer blows were steady and measured. Appreciate me more, and stop being a dick. Keep the thickness of iron in nice and even, too. No bugger wants his shield split in half because the armor beat a bit of the plate too thin. Fine piece of work, this. Damn fine. Twice you passed my inspection. Now I'm convinced you're the kind that's skilled it as demands respect, lass. That's right, respect me, but stop being a dick. Let me ask you a question. What are your thoughts on Bonanza's handling of the guild? And he ain't been with us long, but you must have wondered what she's playing at, right? I like them. If you ask me, the soft-hearted wench is polluting the damn place with blundering amateurs, what armorers and not but name. In armor crafts gear, it keeps man alive. If you lack the skill or the experience to make armor as will do the job, no business holding a hammer. Aren't your expectations, like, kinda high, though? Made by one of them lackwits fell apart in battle, not just one of the poor bastard wearing it either. I'm talking about what become of the guild's good name. The way Bonanza Trustees knows with the real craftsman works, she's spitting in the face of the builder. Only a tried and true armor should be taken on orders and dealing with valued patrons. Refusing to get rid of the dregs, Bonanza's dampening the flames in our forges. Forge master my ass, how can she be so bloody blind? Alright, well, you know somebody's angry. Tell you what, I'll help fix more of the problems once I hit level 25. Alright, I was looking at my gear and just wandering around, but I guess I'm wandering up north here to the Culinarians Guild. Guess I'll solve your guys' problems too. Hello, level 10. Dodo it yourself. Wants you to assist Ingham with a large order. A large order? Remember Ingham? Well, your gift grilled trout did wonders for his motivation. Lad's been working his arse off ever since. Anyhow, I thought I'd give him a chance to prove himself with a big order for delivery, but it looks like he might have bit off more than he can chew. Now everything he's made to my satisfaction. The problem being what he's not made, and I ain't talking about a missing tuile or a stray crouton. Neither. I'm talking about the main course. Oh. Alright, so we'll up 2 servings instead. Make them quick. You know, with the dish, it's one Bismarck's old favorites. You rub garlic and salt into a piece of goat tenderloin and then grill it. Shouldn't pose a rise and stir like yourself no trouble. In fact, it's so little trouble that it's already done. What's even better is that it's high quality. It's shinier. Yes, I did. What process do you propose I do it? The main course! You forgot it, you idiot! But that's okay, I got you covered, boy. Your grilled will have to do. I only hope for the quality of the other course, but it's amazing, though. Take a look at it. You cook these? The surface is seared to perfection over a hot fire to seal in the juices. And this irresistible aroma, just enough garlic to balance the dodo's gamey richness, but not so much as to overwhelm the palate. Now you want to eat it, don't you? Grilled dodo may seem a simple dish, but therein lies the rub. If one thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong. I couldn't produce anything near the standard. God damn it! Only to botch my largest ever order, and then you come along and save the day. You of all bloody people, God, what have I done to deserve this? I am not pleased with how things have turned out, but you have done me a kindness, and I always repay my debts. Alright, Lannister, listen well, for I will share with you information that would prove to your profit. You know what guild... Yeah, I already know what guild lives are. Such work interests you, Archimede, you work with to mockery of the Adventurers Guild, and on that note, away with you! Done! More money! More shards. Can always use more shards. Next quest! Hey, look up, look way up. Alright, judging by the burns on your hands, you've been working and you're cooking. Alright, what do I need now? Is this more about the same dude? Is the business with the grilled dodo? Not that it's made much difference. Truth be told, I'm convinced he's made a pig's ear things again. Uh-oh. Yeah, I've tried to press throw at him, see if there's aught I can do, but he bites his tongue when I'm around. Stubborn sod. Alright, maybe I can go find out what's going on. Lend him a hand. Hey, Dingus! You again? What did you come for this time? He's spying on you. If he thinks I'm incompetent, it's because I am. Oh, don't you get depressed too. Alright, what's going on? I've offended one of the Bismarck's regulars. The man, Maedemaga is his name, has a soft spot for meat kebabs. Expression turns sour the instant he took a bite. Oh. Alright, well, you just need some high-quality ones, right? He would have words with the management. Oh, he's a fucking Karen. Alright. He's still on terrace, but I can't bear pitting them not this soon. I'll go feed him. Hey, Karen. Well, let me guess, you've come to apologize about the sorry excuse for a chef. I'm afraid the damage has been I have been served second-rate food at the Bismarck. It is only right that the man responsible should be dismissed, and I demand to see your manager. He must be fired. Alright, those once my message would soon fall into disrepute. You have yet to speak a word, but I take it you are not pleased with my evaluation. Very well. If you would have me believe that this incident was an aberration and not, in fact, indicative of a general decline in standards, I suggest you continue with your cooking. I can do that. I will not have it said that I am unreasonable. Make me another meat kebab, one fit for consumption this time, and I shall reconsider my stance. You know what? Can I sit here and give it to you? Oh, I can't. Look, it's even high quality. You can have it. Appreciate me. I shall sample it in your kitchen. That way I can treat links that into my opinion with the flavor still fresh upon my palate. Actually looks tasty. Also, why do I have to inspect it over here? This is as moist and flavorsome meat as I have ever tasted, and I've tasted more than I can count. As a matter of fact, I consider myself something of a connoisseur of the dish, and know more than a little about its preparation. Would you like me to tell you what I think your colleague did wrong? In Zinger still in the meat's moisture, he left it searing for far too long, producing something akin to charcoal. Not so with your dodo. Its surface is charred just enough to be aromatic while the middle is still moist. Second, your friend grilled all the ingredients together, even though tomato and paprika require far less time over the fire than meat. To your credit, you did not fall into this trap. Last but not least, your friend was too heavy on the salt. Those with undeveloped palates may beg to differ, but in the harmony of sweet, sour, and salty, that makes this wonderful delicacy. Here's my friend struck the perfect balance. I feel like I'm like watching Master Chef or something. Which brings me to my conclusion. I was wrong to assume that the quality of your colleague's dish was indicative of general decline. The sirens in the background, though, it would seem the Bismarck's reputation is in no immediate danger. Thus reassured, I shall forget about the incident. They've done well to train such a capable culinarian. I pray you continue honing your skills under his tutelage. Alright, be satisfied with my food. Because this guy will always be satisfied with my food. Words already reached my ears. To hear him tell it, I single-handedly restored the faith in the Bismarck. I told him to thank you in person, but he's too bloody proud. Don't hold it against him, though. I've already forgiven the daft sod. I know what you heard about me, but I ain't never been one to give none of mine the axe for buggering up a dish or three. There's no denying our patrons are important, but they ain't the main reason for being here. Oh, you're a stand-up teacher. First duty is training the culinarians, and even if the good name of the restaurant suffers for it, you won't see me shedding no tears. You know why, lass? Because it's the people that ultimately make this place. And more than anything else, it's their passion for cooking that I want to bring out. Truth be told, there's only one reason I'd send a man away if he stopped wanting to be a culinarian. Of course, I doubt there's something that'll apply to you. The short time you've been here, you've already proven yourself more incapable. And so long as you keep your nose onto the stove, you're only going to get better. I look forward to seeing what you're capable of and tasting it for good measure. Alright. Oh look, level 20 quest. Concerned about the health of a certain... Uh-oh. You've been taking care of yourself, lass. Remember, if you ain't got your health, you ain't got nothing. Speaking of health, is it the same dude? Diamond Doves... Oh, okay, her name is... She's having a bit of trouble. I told the poor woman she should take better care of herself, but she'll barely leave the kitchen for anything, which is probably how the problem came about. Now it comes to think of it. Anyhow, if it ain't sorted soon, I'm worried she'll burst. Do you know what Pixie Plum is? Yes, I do. And just the thing to help Diamond Dove's problem. Trouble is, they're bitter as sin when fresh. Which, like plaintiff chefs, don't cook with these things. Of course, what they don't know is you can get rid of the bitters by drying them. Better still, doing so brings out their natural seams without affecting their other properties, giving rise to the noble treat that is the dried plum. I could have made these myself, but we ain't got no plums at the moment, and I can't very well leave my post to go and get them, so I need you to do the procuring and the making instead. You can pick the plums in the wilds if you're fond of foraging. Feeling that, take a gander at the market board in West Hawkers Valley. Oh, and once you have the dried plums, see that Diamond Dove eats them, would ya? Might to avoid letting on about the whys and wherefores, touchy subject and all that. But yes, this is one of the materials that you actually have to go farm, or like you can't just buy it in the material shop. Anyways, I have your. Do you want to give you my opinion on your handiwork? Have some really high quality dried plums. They'll make you feel better. My dodo won't need turning for a little while, so I don't suppose I can spare a moment. Let's go to the upper floor. These are lovely. What kind of fruit did you say they were? Pixie plums? Well, I never. There isn't a hint of bitterness about them. The drying process rid them of that, you say? I had no idea. The thing I did know about pixie plums is that they're a traditional remedy for... Uh-oh. We exchanged 2 words since you joined this guild, and yet here you are being presumptuous. Was it all the guildmaster's idea? Has the man no decency? This is an outrageous invasion of my privacy. Unforgivable. And strangely moving. Oh, I'm so busy as Master Lingsath, yet somehow he finds himself the time to look after his many charges while I can scarcely spare a moment to look after myself. I've been working so hard, but maybe effort is not the answer. Perhaps I just need to relax a little. Thank you for the gift. I promise to take better care of myself in the future. Alright, more money. Alright, so much stuff getting done. So much stuff getting done. I want to go to New Gridania and get stuff done there too. I knew I forgot something. I forgot to visit the Sissy. Oh well, I'll do my carpentry stuff now. Oh, I have to go to the... I made my retainers. I crafted a bunch of stuff, bought a bunch of materials, and then I just put up stuff on the market board just to make back some of my money. But anyways, hi Guildmaster. Beaten off. Level 1 quest. I get 30 maple logs. Alright, challenge them to craft maple lumber. I know how to grip a saw. I'm at level 24. If you do put it down and worse, lose the bloody thing, I shall use mine own saw to demonstrate to you the pain of losing a limb. One-armed carpenters are scarcely half as useful. Really, holding a saw does not make you a carpenter. Make some wood. Work the wood. Know the wood. make some maple. Maple lumber is made from maple logs, just so. You can buy logs there. Or you can go in, if you're a botanist, go and farm them. We use wind shards to hasten the natural drying process. Do not forget to do the same. Alright, here's how you craft. Got it, done. Here's this maple lumber that I bought from a vendor. You can inspect it. Yeah, get a load of my wood. There are no careless cuts. Saw and carpenter moved as one, as if dancing. This guy is so dramatic. He's also singing in that earlier quest. Durable yet pliant, suitable for weapons and armor both. This, child, is maple. Trace the grain with your fingertips and memorize the lines. Consider every characteristic when choosing your materials. That is what it means to know know your wood. The maple lumber you have brought me is acceptable. You have passed the first test. You made it sound like it was like the best wood in the world. You need to learn. A true carpenter knows the qualities and use of every tree in the forest. When you know the lines of the maple better than those upon your own hand, return to me. Get to know your wood. Get to level 5. Thanks for a bunch of stuff I'm not going to use. Well, I'm definitely going to use the shards. Next one, level 5. Beaten off wants you to craft 3 maple shields. Got it. It is plain from your bearing that you and your saw have begun to move as one, as true partners. Good, you are ready for the second test. You must be the wood. Before, you brought me maple lumber to demonstrate your knowledge of wood. This time you will demonstrate your ability to create with it. I bid you craft me 3 maple shields. For this you will require maple lumber and bronze rivets. As you expect, our guild supplier, Ferial, has no shortage of that which you require. Should you desire a more economical solution, however, you might consider a more traditional method of acquisition. Many materials essential to our craft are harvested by our steadfast allies, the botanists of the Greylum Gory. Were you to befriend one of their number, you might be able to come to a mutually beneficial arrangement. Or if you would rather not be beholden to another, you could even try your hand at botany. Now go and do not disappoint me. Well, you know what? I'm already done. Have you already bent the wood to your will? Yes. You can have these 3 things. Inspect them. Inspect my wood. You are no workaday carpenter, that much is plain. Well done, child. Your shields are most satisfactory. The pattern of the grain, the lingering scent of maple. Your choice of materials is excellent, and the construction above criticism. Few carpenters can claim such skill. I like this guy. Today it is not so. They, like your adventure brethren, are wont to choose the surety of an armorer's metal. But a shield of wood provides ample protection for a lower price. It is readily made and readily replaced if broken. And while not quite so sturdy, it may yet serve to spare a man his doom just as readily as any shield of metal. To imbue shield and spear with your strength, to pour your life into the wood that others might preserve their own. This is what it means to be the wood. Such responsibility is not to be taken lightly, child. You have passed the second test, and in so doing have earned this amateur's clawhammer. Though a saw will suffice for many tasks, the carpenter who wields blade and hammer both can perform his trade with greater ease. Dual wield. If you wish to improve as a carpenter, it is essential that you learn to use the 2 tools in combination. Continue to refine your skills, and return to me when you're ready to take the next step. Thanks for more money. What am I doing next? I need to make a spear and something, right? Looking for someone to... Oh no, I need ash lumber. It's a pain in the ash. I see by wearing of your saw blade that you have not neglected your carpentry since last we spoke. Very good. You will soon be ready for your 3rd and final test. In the meantime, the guild has need of your service. You are familiar with ash wood? Ah, but of course you are. I bid you craft me ash lumber, a simple task you say? Then you shan't have trouble crafting me 12 lengths. This is no jest. We used our last few mere moments ago. So you see, this assignment is motivated purely by practical concerns. I would ordinarily handle such a trifling task myself, of course, but I am feeling unwell, and I believe you would benefit from its practice. Now go, and do not disappoint me. You're feeling unwell? I mean, I do have dried plums. Have you brought the ash lumber? Yes. The ash that I bought from a vendor. You can inspect it. It's vendor quality. You have done your guild a great service. Inspecting my wood. Ash lumber is renowned for its unparalleled flexibility. This quality makes it ideal for use in bows and a myriad of other weapons. But by the same token, ash lumber is easily worked and thus ideal for learning the basics of our craft. Such a versatile material is understandably popular, and so we always have need of more. Whoa. It may also interest you to know that ash possesses certain medicinal properties. Tea brewed from its bark eases various complaints such as with which I am presently afflicted. Suffice to say, I am pleased to see that your lumber is dusted with a Sufficiency of bark fragments, but let us return to the subject of carpentry. You have proven yourself more than capable of working without my guidance. If you wish to market your crafts to others, speak with Gontran in the Carline Canopy. He has an abundance of guild loves waiting for... Yes, I know. Continue to refine your skills and return to me when you're ready to take the next step. I'm ready to take the next step. Let me have some more shards and more gil. Next one. Level 15. Needs carpentry to assist one of his newest apprentices. Your training as carpenter is almost complete. Indeed, I had a splendid final test prepared for you. I'll ask the plight of one of our guild's new members demands my attention. The boy's name is Mera Pamera, and he is an adventurer like you, though one of rather less promise. Something troubles the lad, yet he is loath to speak of personal matters with me, though I am the very soul of understanding, as you know. Mayhap you would fare better. I sense that he may be more inclined to speak with a fellow adventurer. Do not disappoint me. I'll never disappoint you. You're a stand-up guy. Hello, Mera Pamera. I was supposed to say, that sounds like a Lalafell name. Whoa, you look really depressed. Like, really, really depressed. I'll sit with you. You okay there? Everything okay? Alright. God struck me down for a flood. I'll never be able to finish. What do you need? You can make ash short bows and feathered harpoons, can't you? Yes, I can. I went and forgot that I agreed to craft 2 weapons for the Archers and Lancers Guild for delivery no later than, well, today. But today I'm also obligated to complete an order of 100 lengths of oak lumber. The point being that I can't possibly do both, and Timbermaster beaten off is a veritable terror when his wrath is on him. If I dare neglect either duty, he surely will not spare me his saw. So while I labor over this lumber, might you consent to craft the goods for the guilds? Thank you. Oh, and when you're finished them, I'd appreciate if you could deliver the weapons to the relevant guildmasters. Godspeed. God damn, you're making me run, aren't you? Well, we have to go to the Lancers Guild. Sorry, this is the Archers Guild. No, this is the Lancers Guild. Why didn't I go to the Archers Guild first? It was right in that area. I'm a fucking idiot. Anyways, I have your stuff. And you don't seem to be here for training. No, I have your feathered harpoon. No problem. I was considering using a fisherman's harpoon instead. You seem surprised. I take it you're not aware that the harpoons we use in battle were born of the humble fisherman's tool? They adopted the tools of the trade for use in the hunting of game. Was this told to me in the history lesson that I was ignoring? So Lancers of old took it on their own. Hard to believe, is it not? But see, the harpoon is a particularly impressive piece of craftsmanship. My compliments to the carpenter. You're welcome. Alright, all the way back to Archers Guild. I'll have your tool. To which we owe the pleasure. This pain in the ash. Yep. They've been struggling lest you wonder. Talented though she is, a longbow we furnished her does not suit of Micody's shorter arms and slighter frame. So shortbow. Help her reach her true potential. It's clear to me that a great deal of care went into the shortbow's construction. I will see that our recruit spares no effort in making the most of this boon. Alright. Gotta go back to beating off. Wait, that came out wrong. Or did it? Alright, let the Lalafell keep his stubby limbs. I've delivered the stuff. Everything's fine. You have words for me? How kind of you to assist Mera Pamera with the orders. The guildmaster spoke highly of your craftsmanship as well. This is very good. Do not attempt to mislead me. I know full well it was your work. Needless to say, it was necessary to punish the Lalafell. I seem to spend more time sawing apprentices than would... Ow! I jest, of course. A saw is wasted on an apprentice. The stink of blood lingers, making it hard to focus on work. This I know. I will admit I was not ignorant of Mera Pamera's situation. In fact, I recognize an opportunity to test your character. You aided your fellow carpenter with no prospect of reward, delivering finely crafted goods when merely serviceable ones would have sufficed, and you claimed no credit. I am proud of you. There is no doubt in my mind with that your talents will serve the nation of Gridania well and save many lives, just as they will bring about many deaths. It's the responsibility of all who make weapons. But a choice between the deaths of our people and the deaths of our enemies is no choice at all. You have passed the third and final test. Congratulations. By your actions, you have demonstrated your understanding of what it means to know the wood, be the wood, and to love that wood. You possess the knowledge, skill, and compassion necessary to master carpentry. By overcoming these trials, you have proven that you are no longer a novice. The sapling is well on its way to becoming a tree. You are now a true carpenter of the oak atrium. Know, though, that however fine your skills may be, there will always be more to learn. Represent us well on your travels, Monica, and return to us often. You shall always be welcome. Dude, this guy's great. Best guild master ever. Also, you have another quest, right? Level 20. Has a request for a well-traveled carpenter. I'm a well-traveled carpenter. I trust you have honed your skills further since we last met. In that case, I have a request. You have made iron lances before for your customers, however, you have not made them for me. As you doubtless know, my standards differ from those of others. An iron lance design is one of elegance and simplicity. I would like to see you demonstrate your understanding of these qualities through your work. This I ask of all my charges. The iron lance is a marriage of elm, iron, and leather. As you are doubtless aware, the requisite elm lumber and circles of leather are readily available within the city. Blah blah blah, iron ingots. Go talk to Mutamix. I know, we've heard this all before. You must steel yourself for a long and arduous journey. The wilderness is infested with unspeakable horrors, and the roads are washed by bandit hordes. Trials may have been possible once upon a time. They are, alas, simply unfeasible now. You need only browse the market boards and enlist the aid of a blacksmithing associate to obtain the iron you require. And there's but one thing that you must needs do. Attach a single materia to the lance. I find it hard to believe that an experienced adventurer like yourself could be unfamiliar with the substance, but, I mean, I'm not unfamiliar with the substance. This is right. Go talk to Mutamix, right? Oh, he doesn't even bother with that. Alright. Well, you know what? Is your lance ready? Yes, my lance is ready. Appreciate my wood. My lance, my wood, beaten off. There's so much dick going on here. These formidable weapons were originally intended for use by the Ishgardian cavalry and were designed with the aim of maximizing their bearer's effectiveness on the field of battle. By utilizing the speed of his mount, a lance-wielding knight could easily deliver a devastating blow that could cripple, if not outright kill. This attack placed significant strain on both the rider and his weapon. Should the latter fail, the knight would be left defenseless. The iron lance proved to be anything but prone to failure, eventually prompting Gridania's wood whalers to adopt it as their own. The difference between the modern Gridania weapon and the Ishgardian original are not so substantial, amounting to little more than a smaller vamplate. Our lancers do not require the same protection as a mounted knight you see. Fascinating is not the history our weapons carry, how they change and evolve to meet different demands. Truly, all things possess potential for growth, weapons and armor, forests and cities, and aspiring carpenters. Remember this. The iron lance is a marvelous weapon, not because it does not bend at the moment of impact, but because it does not break. To bend, yet not break, to endure and persevere, and finally triumph. When I gaze upon this lance, I am reminded of the singular importance of resolve, a quality I saw in you when you first joined us, and that will serve you well in the future. Whatever troubles you may face, remain resolute as an iron lance, and you will succeed. This guy's like the best teacher ever for the crafts. Alright, he's my number one right now. Also, level 25, so probably new gear. No new gear. Anyway, plant harvester. Oh my god, my inventory. It's like 85% food. There's also the leatherworkers guild I gotta do here too. Alright, Lalafell. Right, I was supposed to grab maple sap from a while ago. I got the maple sap though. Here you go. Inspect my sap. So you must be the new botanist Fufucha has been fussing over. Why do I need so much stuff? Well, I mean, because are you Canadian? Boiling maple syrup causes it to thicken into a sweet syrup called maple syrup. I know, because I'm a culinarian. Cakes and tarts, toffees and chocolates. You probably guessed it by now, but the maple sap you harvest will be used to make sweets for the children, those poor souls who were orphaned by the calamity. They may put on a brave face, but their eyes reveal the depths of their sorrow. There's precious little joy left in their faces, in their lives, but Gridania won't abandon them. No matter your walk of life, there's always something you can do to help. Though it may only last a fleeting moment, a single smile of theirs is worth all the effort. I got carried away. Now where was I? Oh yes, inspecting maple sap. They gather various kinds of foodstuffs. We're closely with culinarians. We're also on good terms with woodworkers and weavers, as both are reliant upon us to supply the lumber and the fiber they need for their respective crafts. As botanists, it behooves us to learn what manner of materials are used in crafting, and there's no better way to do them firsthand. If you have an interest, you might consider dabbling in one of the disciplines out there. I already have. I also urge you to make a habit of reviewing the gathering log. As knowledge of botany grows, more of its contents will become comprehensible to you. Well, best see to the maple sap. It was lovely talking to you. Alright. For every 5th level, you gain the ability to detect higher level mature trees. Got it. And then get some more monies. Get some more tools I'm not going to use. Talk to Fufucha for more. This is level 5. Level 10. To fill a large order, what do you need? I have a favor to ask of you. Just an urgent request from the Order of Twin Adder. They ask me to supply them with 10 crow feathers. What for? Which can be used... Oh, okay. Arms and armor. Alright, the situation must be grim indeed. It would not do to keep the defenders of our nation waiting. Alright, so where do I deliver to? I already have them. It's fine. I bought them from a vendor. To Sicily. I've given her charge over our stores. All done. Here you go again. You gonna inspect them? You opening something again? My thanks, friend. In case you've forgotten, the crow feathers can be found. Yes, but I have these already. Inspect them. Inspect and deliver. You already know this from Fufucha, but it's the Order of the Twin Adder that requested feathers. They're mostly preparing for war against the Ixal. They'll be used to make arms and armor, feathered harpoons, plumed ukrooks, arrows? I need such a large stockpile of feathers. It gives me pause to imagine the bloodshed that lies ahead. It's fine, ramble on all you want. Feel free to ignore me. I mean, that's what the escape button does. Skip cutscene. Fufucha asked me to give you something on her behalf. A scythe. But I have a better scythe. It's a secondary tool. It allows you to harvest from lush vegetation. Thanks for the gift. You're no longer novice, my friend. Alright, try some fieldcraft labs, which I don't need. Off you go. Take some more money. And level up. Hey Fufucha, you have some more stuff for me? Need your help to resolve a problem. You are looking ever more a botanist. Further responsibility for the guild. Each of you must set an example for the rest of the collectivists to thrive. The time has come for you to set out such example. The matter has arisen, the handling which I should trust wholly to you. You may deal with it as you fit, provided you see the problem solved. The matter in question concerns a valued client of ours, the merchant Albgast. It would appear one of our number has done something to upset him. Oh. Please seek out the merchant in the ebony stalls and inquire after the reasons for his ire. Oh, and choose your words well, lest you add fuel to the fire. Your face is an Albgast. Hey, Leatherworking Guild, I'll come back for you later. Alright, what's wrong? I'm not a man to mince words, so forgive me if I seem blunt. You know what marjoram is? But of course you do. You're a bleeding botanist. It's a very common ingredient in alchemy, is it? Very common. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you botanists supposed to be the experts in harvesting such stuff? Yes, you are. Strange then that the expert who brought me the last bunch of fresh marjoram didn't so much harvest the poor plants as dismember them. The leaves are so torn up I couldn't recognize what they were at first, and you say they're next to useless. So thanks to your herb hacking colleague, I have no marjoram to make my concoctions, which is why I inquired at your guild, only to be told you were out of supplies, and here we are. Now, if it ain't too much trouble, I would be obliged if you could bring me 10 more. I'd please like them whole as opposed to the fine bleeding puree your bush butchering colleague delivered. Truth be told, I don't care much about the hatchet happy friend. What I do care about is not keeping my customers waiting for their medicine. In short, hurry. Oh, and for the love of God, be gentle with the plants, will you? I shouldn't have to say it, but after the last bloke, I'm not taking any chances. Well, guess what? I have it all. Did you get the stuff? Do hurry. Well, you know what? Here's 10. Such fine specimens. I'm sorry I gave you such a hard time, friend. Thanks, you can get back to making echo drops. They cure silence, right? And I come from their store's voice to silenced lips, allowing them by to cast spells against conjurers and thaumaturgs never to leave home without a bottle or 3. These are some of the finest specimens I've ever seen. It's clear you know how your way around a plant. As for the colleague with the heavy hand, I'm certain your guild will deal with them appropriately. Thanks again, and send my regards to the Lala. Is it discipline time? Mission complete. Discipline time? Someone with the boundless question had not but personal gain in mind when he so hurriedly harvested the marjoram. In his haste to complete the task and claim his reward, he damaged the herbs. Greedy. Discipline time. Oh, okay, kicked right out of the guild. Botanist nurtures the natural environment to the mutual benefit of man and wood. He who thinks only of his own benefit has no respect for nature and is unfit to call himself one of us. Of course, you hardly need reminding of this. Something tells me you'll never give me cause to worry. But let us speak of cheerier matters. Tell me, did the gathering pose any problems? Nope. If you find your work unduly onerous, you might consider outfitting yourself with better gear. Even something as seemingly insignificant as a new pair of boots can make a world of difference. As you gain in knowledge and experience, you will find yourself venturing farther afield in search of new bounty, and your choice of equipment will become ever more critical. Don't worry, I have plenty of leveled crafters. Alright, learn about what the stats are. and then get some more money. I mean, you didn't have to kick the guy out of the guild. We could have sent him to the let the Carpenter's Guild Master take care of him. All he would do is just lose an arm. Alright, level 20. I see from the swelling of your hands that you have been diligent ever in botany. I'm not surprised. We develop new skills, so do our labors become more varied, and thus does our motivation grow. You know that motivation can only take one so far. If you wish to master botany, you must pay heed to those details which you have until now taken for granted. The tool of our trade. Not all tools are created equal. You must use such gear as befits your ability. Unless you must understand, I'm not telling you to go and replace your gear. There is a more frugal way to improve your tools, and one more respectful to nature besides. Have you heard of materia? Yes, I have. And we have to learn about materia again. Learn how to spirit bond. And I would like to gather a quantity of one such callus, namely grade 1 carbonized matter. I mean, it's not really used anymore, right? Used to be used. Anyways, I have it already. Here goes Sandry. Yep, got it all. In fact, I have 30 because I have the miner's share too, which has the exact same thing for level 20. Hey look, more useless stuff. It was born of our shores by a goblin named Mutamix. Yep, I already know about Mutamix. And then you use it to enhance. Enhance. It takes a skilled craftsman. The process also requires something known as callus. I mean, it doesn't. Have they not fixed this? Alright, that's material in brief. Now I'd like to thank you not to ask me about the workings of it. That sort of scholarly stuff is beyond my fathoming. If you wish to know more, perhaps you should visit Mutamix. Out in central Thanalan. Now keep in mind that material comes in a great many varieties, each granting new benefits to the gear statue. I dare say you'll lose count of all the kinds you come across in your adventures. If I were you, I'd try to find a craftsman who'd be willing to attach material for me. Chances are there's such a person among your list of acquaintances. Thanks for the money and gear I'm not going to use. Level up! Bountiful harvest. Alright, let's fix the leatherworking guild's problems. Alright, how great is this guild master going to be? My first head knife. Getting a head knife for the first time. Man, this game be like, fuck your inventory space. This guy doesn't give a fuck. You want a circle of leather? Now it's time to see how well you can wield it. Make me a circle of leather. You'll need an animal skin. Got it. Since the gods gave a Chocobo's artist, you'll realize that's hardly the case. You can buy them. And that's it. Bring a circle of leather. Got it. Here's how you craft. Well, you know what? I have a circle of leather. Here. I bought it at a store. I'm cheating. I'm cheating the system. Look how good my leather is. Your work is amateurish in the extreme. The leather is unevenly tanned and practically But you show promise. Well, about as much promise as leather you have hastily crafted. Alright, is this going to be the douchebag guild leader? Had you performed any worse, I'd cast you out without a second thought, but you didn't, so I won't. Approach each task in earnest as you did today, and I'll continue to advise you. However, you alone are responsible for your development. This is a business we're running, and neither I nor your seniors have the time to hold your hand. Apply yourself to learning our techniques and return here when you have acquired some skills. Mayhaps, then I'll have an errand for you to run. Alright, level 5. Got it. I'm already past level 5, so, you know, I'll just come here and take the next quest. Do you have something to say, or are you just here to gawp? There. Alright, wishes to value your progress. Getting used to that knife I gave you? Gods, no, it won't. It doesn't happen very often, but you've a chance to find me unoccupied. How about you show me what you've learned? Let's see you make 3 leather chokers. After all, there's more to our craft than simply tanning hides, and chokers are just about the simplest thing you can make. You'll need some leather and animal sinew. Got it. I hope your technique has improved since last time. Now, while we have an ample stock of skins, there are other means of procuring your materials. Hunting, for example. But that was about assuming it was necessary. Choosing to do so is another matter. Indeed, it may teach you to appreciate the source of your livelihood. Not all leatherworkers are wont to choose this method, but you are an adventurer, are you not? When you've finished your work, bring your chokers here for inspection. Alright, choke on my chokers. You can't have my high quality one, you can have the normal quality ones. You're gonna be like, they're average. I suppose there's no denying that these are leather chokers. Truth be told, an Opo could have achieved similar results given skin, sinew, and time. It's rude! Want me to take... Yeah, she agrees, like, you're rude. I should teach you something to supplement your learning. The body can be strong, resistant to injury, not so the throat, whichever remains a vulnerable point. Although leather choker provides less protection than a metal gorget, its simple design makes it ideal for everyday applications. Simplicity also makes it an ideal choice for beginners practicing basic techniques, and for guildmasters assessing their progress. As you are, you would make a passable leatherworker, one among the nameless small... I hope this person, like, as I do better quests, begins to, like, worship me. Because as amateurs, all reward-free efforts. You'll find an indispensable partner to the head knife as you continue your training. Now I must return to my work. If you chance to find me unoccupied again, mayhap I will teach you something else. Come back at level 10. And keep your nose to the grindstone. Here's how you craft. And done. More of these. Alright, well, you know what? You have another quest for me, right? Level 10. A new task. If you don't think you've improved, then I have a new task for you. You're familiar with the Fenil brand, are you not? No. I could forgive such ignorance if you were a passing adventurer newly come to Eorzea, but to have trained under my roof while remaining ignorant of the most coveted brand of leather goods in all the realm, it boggles the mind. I believe I was told that at the beginning, but I just don't care about you, and I wanted to annoy you. Anyway, all goods sold under the distinguished Fenil name are kept by none other than our leatherworkers. We've been asked to fill an especially large order on short notice, and so our stores of hard leather are nearly depleted. I was considering how best to handle the situation when you arrived. I'm sure you see where this is going. Make hard leather, a dozen of them. Well, guess what? I have them all done already. I bought them at a vendor. Inspect them. They're gonna be like, yeah, they're about average. They look like leather you'd buy at a vendor. These are better than I expected. It is more difficult to boil leather than to tan it, but the process results in a stronger, more durable product. These properties make hard leather the material of choice for those who prefer stouter armor. The fruits of your label shall serve the guild well as training materials for new initiates. You seem troubled. Sure you didn't imagine that your leather would be used in the construction of Fenil goods? Oh gods, no. Only our elite leatherworkers, handpicked by me, are permitted to make wares that bear the... Oh, I had better become one in the future. In fact, I'd better become better than them. While we had enough hard leather to complete the Fenil commission, some of the materials used, despite being of excellent quality, were originally intended to be distributed as practice materials. As such, the initiate supplies ran dangerously low. Come now, there's no call to be disheartened. Do you not see that in furnishing the beginner's supplies, you have proven that you are no longer a beginner? You have given them that which they could not make themselves. When you first arrived, I would never have entrusted you with such a task. Make no mistake, you are improving. Why, at this rate, my great-great-grandchildren may yet commission you to make a shoe sole. Or even two. Speaking of commissions, I think you've proven yourself sufficiently skilled to handle orders without my supervision. So, here we go, talk about the levers again. Come and see me again when you have further refined your technique. Oh, and if you make it during my lifetime, I dare say you'll find me in a more talkative mood. What a douche. Alright, but what kind of level... What is it, level 15? Requires your assistance. Uh-oh, what happened now? We urgently need someone to craft a pair of hard leather caligae and a hard leather choker. Do you think you could handle both? Yes. I trusted the commission to another leatherworker, but found the quality of work so wholly unacceptable that I had no choice but to demand they start again. Naturally, the fellow of sound dressing down, reminding him that he had dishonored the name of Fenil and so on, only for him to run off bawling, leaving a trail of snot and tears in his wake. Needless to say, I was more than a little concerned. After all, there was a very real possibility that I was going to have to keep a customer waiting. But thanks to your timely arrival, everything will be put to rights. As I've already mentioned, I need you to craft the two articles in your overly sensitive colleague's stead. This will be your first task undertaken for the Fenil fineries. This is an opportunity few leathers receive. See that you don't squander it. What is it, troubled by the crushing weight of expectation? Well, you may cast your fears aside. You've done yourself credit thus far, carrying out my instructions with nary a complaint and taking all my criticism on the chin. I know that you won't shame us, and even should the worst come to the worst, I know you'll have the good grace to go before the customer and apologize in person. But enough talk, you had best get started if you're to complete the order on time. Alright. Well, you know what? Here's the order. The pieces are ready, you say? That remains to be seen. Well, here you go. Be surprised. Are you surprised? The leather used is well made and the articles look as they should. The construction is solid. Good. This type of leather is valued for its toughness and durability, yet these same qualities make it troublesome to work. An inexperienced leatherworker often ruins the material with shoddy stitching and poor molding, resulting in a final product that is misshapen, brittle, and liable to fall apart. They, however, bear none of the hallmarks of amateurism. Your construction is solid and your leather has retained its strength. Are you going to appreciate me now? You have grown considerably as a leatherworker. Your latest creations attest to this. Yay! But you still have a way to go. The clasps aren't securely fastened and the stitching needs to be tighter. In short, you must learn to pay more attention to the details. These articles aren't quite fit to be placed into the customer's hands, but they can be salvaged. You have done your part well enough. I will see to the rest. In the meantime, I will have you attend to something else. It's an important duty, and that is all too overlooked by artisans, namely taking responsibility for falling short on expectations. In the guild reception area, you will find an older gentleman named Sosabadi, one of our regular customers. He who placed the order for the equipment. I would have you go to him and kneel an apology. Alright. And it's a Lala. Me so sorry. Do you accept my apology? What's that, Mario Celeste? Is that all? And there I was thinking something terrible had happened. It's quite alright. Came precisely because the leatherworker was never compromised in quality. This trifling delay only confirms to me that the principle still endures, and it was very kind of you to bring me word. By the way, your face is familiar. Are you new to the guild? So Give a Fuck herself is applying the finishing touches to your handiwork even as we speak. Well, the guildmaster sees promise in you. Why else would she consider your work worthy of her personal attention? She is famous for having cut up far more experienced leatherworkers' efforts for scraps, and that before their very eyes. As for encouraging you to come and apologize, some may think that Giva goes too far, but it is simply her way of educating her on the finer points of business. As a native Ulda, I may say with some confidence that it is an education worth enduring. Well, it has been a pleasure to meet a rising star of the Leatherworkers Guild, and that is no hollow flattery I speak. I shall observe your career with great interest. In fact, the next time I place an order at Final Fantasy, I shall make a point of insisting that you are given the job. Alright. It just sits down again. Alright, level 20? Level 20. That's a difficult task for me. There's a difficult task for you. Not as difficult as I originally intended. I thought to bid you prepare 100 circles of all gold leather. But instead I want to gauge your aptitude for materia melding. I mean, I have 100 circles of all gold leather in my inventory somewhere. You have at least a passing familiar with materia, right? The crystallized substance often used to enhance the properties of weapon and armor. I certainly hope you do, because an experienced leatherworker is expected to possess skills to meld materia to his wares. For this task, you should fix some materia to a pair of goatskin leggings. What type of materia you use is of no consequence. What matters is your ability to successfully attach it. And it goes without saying that you must make the leggings as well. To do so, you'll need cotton cloth and all goat leather. Most cotton cloth you can just buy at a vendor, and then all goat leather is the first one that you have to actually fight for. As you think I mean to send you all the way to the Sultan, fear not. You can obtain your appeals by perusing the market boards or by eliciting the help of friends. By all means, do so. That said, a trip to Central Thanalan might be warranted if you know nothing of materia. There's a goblin. Yeah, we know about Mutamix. Done. What kind of materia did I put in here? Direct hit. How is it? Passable. Well, they could be worse. I don't know how long you've been about this adventuring business, Monica, but did you know that leggings that were once no more than strips of cloth? It's true, we used to wrap each leg with a single long strip from ankle to knee. Nowadays, they're designers. Soft, lightweight leggings provide the balance of protection and flexibility demanded by the wood warriors, the gods, quiver, and adventurers like your good self. Basically, I say you understand well the importance of these qualities, not to mention the basics of materia melding. Indeed, if I were to judge your performance on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give you a 6. No, a 7. That's high praise from you. The remaining 3 points you ask? Quite simple, really. Your leggings were made from skins, which were taken from living creatures. Souls are filled with the wealth of life which we leatherworkers must take in order to craft our products. Do you know how that alt goat lived? How it was killed and skinned? Do you understand how these skins find their way to our hands? To understand this process, understand life itself. Those leatherworkers whose creations truly deserve to bear the name of Fenul have faced this burden and accepted it. To them, it's simply truth. Therein lies the difference between the good and the great. Your leggings are fine. It is you that needs improvement. Call me an incurable optimist, but I do not think it beyond you. Study your materials and learn their history. Practice your craft and keep discovering new techniques. That is still your path forward. Okay. And who knows, mayhap one day I'll allow you to represent the guild in the annual exhibition and put your skills against the finest craftsmen in all of Gridania. Of course, that day, should it ever come, is yet a long way off. Still, it's good to have a goal, however distant, is it not? Alright. Got some high praise from you. Alright, leatherworker, carpenter, botanist done here. Yo, my quest is done, thank you. Let's see, we've done carpenter, blacksmith, goldsmith is Olda, leatherworker is done, weaver is Olda, alchemist is Olda, culinarian is done. Alright. And then miner, fisher, and... Okay, fisher is back in Limsa. What's up, sissy? Level 10. I get bloodworms. And what's that in your eye, Micah? I know that glimmer. It's the eye of the fisher. Keep that spark alive, friend. You don't want to end up like Wawalago. Not that I'm worried about you. Oh yes, I can see it. There is a fire inside you, burning for fish, more fish, bigger fish. It is time to feed that fire. The day you catch your first big one, no one ever forgets their first. Journey forth to the banks of the Nimilnosha. There you will find her, the Princess Shroud. Take the princess and return here triumphant. Her royal highness is drawn to crayfish balls. Alright. But you know what? I already have a Princess Shroud. It's all done. Also, can't you buy them from a vendor? Yeah, shop selling price 10. Here you go. Doesn't look like a very big fish. Depending on your perspective, you've either rescued or abducted the princess. Prim poor princess she is. That's Wawalago. We'll be ready. We'll ready her a royal roast, a feast fit for a king. Hello. The king can keep his fancy feast, and a fisherman worth her salt prefers her trout prepared simply. Said like a silly, salty-mouthed sea hat. Rude! Hand her over here and heed how the cultured classes cook. Find it'll be when I take cultured lessons from you. Besides, I didn't send her out here river to fetch a fish for you. I sent her out to fetch a fish from me. For my lesson, that is. Oh, yes, of course, that was the purpose of the expedition. Anyways, you should learn catching a proper fish requires perseverance, plain and simple. And this plump Princess Trout can testify to that. Continue to apply lessons I've taught you, and before you know it, you'll be swimming in fish. Doesn't that sound appetizing? Alright, more money. More stuff to clog up my inventory. More stuff. Could use help Hellion with an unexpected order. What do you need? Now that you can catch more fish than you can eat, it's time you learned a little about the art of fishmongering. Normally customers purchase fish that have already been caught, but a certain current sailor has a penchant for freshness. Unfortunately, they're all somewhat gone fishing. Alright, Chucharoon over there. Listen to him, what does he need? Chucharon, what does Chacaron Macaron want? The sailor... Chucharoon the sailor sail the seas. You the fisherman fish the fish? Looking out as lookout, Chucharoon spots fish spots in water. Jumping silverfish jump. Flashing silver flashes. Wishes to taste silverfish. Alright. Pay good silver. 5 of them. I have no idea what he just said. Has a way with words. His unfortunate way appears to be repeating the word silverfish. Only the most experienced fisherman will be able to decipher that nonsense. This sounds like a job for Wallow. Since I'm busy doing his job, rest assured that what he may lack in sense, he more than makes up for it in nonsense. Alright, talk to the dude hanging out here. Since when is it still to sneak up to scare your seniors? I suddenly suspected we sent you to slit my stomach. That one's well over my weakness. If she's going to shout about the way I shoved down shrimp, she should know better than to leave them showing on the shelf. Or is that not why you're here? Since sitting table setting aside, I'll bet you shells to shellfish. I know what they wanted. The navigator's dagger. You need 5 of them. You can find them in Bruce Beacon, snaring one in a slippery slide for a starter, but a fitting flick out. You're so hard to. You talk so weird. Daggers are drawn to decoys that dangle. So do yourself a favor and fetch some of the rat tails. Well, guess what? I already have 5 of them. And yes, I used rat tails to push them up. You can get them at the Brewer's Beacon. That's in, what is it? Lenosha. By, Aleport. Anyways, I have your fishies. You fish and catch 5... You fish and catch 5 fish catch for Chucharon? There you go. tasty delicacies. The shiny shine. Hooray! You find, find. Many cooking options for cook. Best Chutron regards you with Chutron's best regards. Choo-choo rune. I'm so happy. All done. So many of these freeloading fishermen can't be bothered to stay ashore for more than a day at a time. I can think of at least one who'd agree. Now that you've seen how rewarding fishmongering can be, I hope you'll take the initiative to try it yourself. Alright. Get some money, then do the level 20 quest. Teach you the advantages of fishing without live bait. Remember them? There aren't enough fish in the sea, so he set his sights on freshwater fish. Because to help average, they lack the necessary patience. And often end up eating their own bait. Earlier, she was employing a lure in place of live bait. A straightforward solution requires a roundabout demonstration, as Choo-choo does not really accept the concept of inedible bait. If only you might find snag warm water trout and with crowflies, he might come to see the light. The fish said to populate the shores of Oakwood in Upper Lenosha, though I can't say I've been recently. I consider it inauspicious to cast one's line under the watchful gaze of a giant sea serpent. Guess what? I already have your fish too. I used crowflies. I am a master baiter. Here's your fishies. You need one to cook too. They were faked out. Deception lies in the heart of fishing. Lies lie at heart of fishing. Choo-choo no fool. Choo-choo fool fish. Alright, all done. More quests done. Alright, next one's 25. Alright, now we have Ulda. Where are we going first? Alchemist Guild, where the crazy dude is? This game be like, loading. Level 1 quest. This person with a fresh batch of my special creations last week. Oh, is this the, stolen, you say? An unfortunate turn of events. It's not entirely unexpected. You see, the man is something of genius. Genius is often administered by modest minds. Yes, great minds must band together and live in trying times, lest the realm be deprived of our talents. So I can deliver this parcel to Jandalane with all speed. So yes, I still had to do the one where you talk to the dude, the murderer. My first alembic. Alright, what I gotta do? Continue this trend of unexpected success. For your first lesson, I want you to use the weather lemon to make me a bottle of distilled water. Or you can just buy it from a vendor. For its perfect introduction to one of alchemy's most fundamental process, taking a material and refining it into a purer form. To perform this rudimentary exercise, you shall require a pail of muddy water and a water shard. The impure water can be purchased from the supplier. The name momentarily escapes me. Forgets the only people who work in his guild. If you find that is beyond your abilities, and mayhap alchemy is not the discipline for you, which would be quite upsetting, as I detest the thoughts of having you select a new assistant. Try not to disappoint me. Alright, here's how you craft. And guess what? I already have this done. The task is to provide me with a bottle of distilled water. Here's one from a vendor. You may inspect it to see that it is from a vendor. Wow, he loves the water. You understand the liquid treasure you have made? It's still simply water, but now possessed of almost limitless potential. Its properly distilled state, water provides the base ingredient for all manner of wondrous concoctions. A potion created with impure water is not only unlikely to have the desired effect, and may very well poison the imbiber. Look well upon the substance you refine. See how crystal clear it has become. Not the most flavorful of libations, but still refreshing to pour over one's head on a summer afternoon. How did you feel in the instant of purification? Must have felt thrills of excited satisfaction down your spine. To clean the pristine drop from filthy swill, it is a miracle born of mortal artifice. Nothing compared to that rush of triumph in the moment when physical laws bend to one's will. Nothing! The greater your master of alchemy, the more ecstatic and that feeling becomes. Go, fill your chambers with bottles of distilled water and revel in each success. I return now to my experiments. Come back at level 5. Have some useless stuff. Alright, It appears that Guildmaster has all but forgotten your existence. What is it now? Guild for the poor? Another cursed love filter? Ah, you're that wretch that insists on dusting my bench, aren't you? Nope. Oh, my new assistant. I trust you to busy yourself with the mastery of your discipline. What do you need now? Let's move on to the second fundamental principle of alchemy. Your understanding of the principle will be facilitated by creating 3 bottles of antidote. Alright, you need some rock salt and grass wipers. Or you can buy them from a vendor. You can buy the ingredients from a vendor too. I'm not terribly concerned about how you procure the materials. You just need the experience of crafting it. Return to me once you have done so. Got it. Here are your antidotes. They look like store-bought antidotes. It was interesting to see how well these mixtures perform in the live test subjects. Well, of course they'll be poisoned. How else could I gauge how effective they are? Never mind that. What have you learned in the second alchemical principle? Have you learned the second alchemical principle? You have produced a helpful compound by combining ingredients and lethally harmful substances. Just as possible for a medicine to act as a poison, it's possible for poison to be utilized as a cure. Those without knowledge of alchemy would spare not a second glance for the venomous grass viper, but mix its venom with appropriate amount of rock salt, and people will flock to your door to purchase your miraculous remedy. Study, experiment, and reveal worth in the most unexpected places. The desire for sustenance and rest will become as minor annoyances once you have learned the joy of such discoveries. It's time you added the amateur's mortar. Nice, new tools. Dual wield. You will soon come to appreciate its value in your work. I foresee much practical use for your growing skills, my eager apprentice. Now run along and find a use for your new toy. I have further research to conduct. Hooray, here's how crafting works again. Here's more tools and more money and more shards. How many shards do I have? I'm getting lots of shards like every quest. Whoa, over 1,000. What gives me lightning shards? I definitely need more of those. Oh, these are giving me lightning shards. Seems some unexpected matter has Guildmaster Seven more agitated than usual. Ah, I remember your face this time. Most helpful assistant. For the irksome effort I've expended in grooming your building skills is about to be rewarded. Alright, what happened to you? I've requested I put aside my personal research for about a moment or two and shoulder a portion of the guild's workload. Alright, well what do you need done? What fools to think that I'm the sort of guildmaster that contributes in such a mundane capacity? This guy's kind of a dick. If they had wanted an accommodating drudge to head the guild, they should not have elected me to the post. Gods know there are others about the front, whatever that word is, I'll have to Google that, who would have been better suited to the leadership position. It is times such as these that I curse my blood ties to the syndicate. I would personally be content to eschew such tedious duties in favor of mine own work. Frontistery. Which of course brings us to this moment. It is with great relief that I entrust this matter of beeswax to you. 12 lumps of beeswax. I knew it would prove your worth before long. Now, to work, to work! Alright, well here's your beeswax wax already. Beeswax off. You have to inspect it. These gigantic lumps. These will never be used for the Sultana's bedchamber candles, but the quality is passable, I suppose. It's indeed a wonderful arrangement. Perhaps I should pass on to you the mantle of Guildmaster. Now, the beeswax you have brought me is, as you must surely realize, the purified form of substance honeybees used to build their hives. Used for candles. Also be used to enhance leather goods. Painting supplies. It's not the most difficult material to create, though keeping the quality consistent for such a large batch speaks well of your attention to detail. I thought to be content with not more than a convenient lackey at hand, but mayhap with further training. I'm getting appreciated. We must somehow supplement your studies, but I'm loath to be parted from my workbench. Thankfully, I'm aware of the perfect solution. Oh, guild levs, right? Here you go. Talk to this person, do some guild levs, get some experience that you don't need. Because now crafting gives tons of experience. Appears to be losing the battle against exhaustion. Have you not yet learned to concoct potions in your sleep? Maybe the results are not always what one dreamed they would be. Alright, so what do you need now? Just sufficiently sharpen and seek further instruction, or do you simply derive some perverted sense of enjoyment from my irritable reaction? Yes. Whatever the case may be, alchemy is certainly a discipline for the curious and the curious of nature. Allow me then to assign you another task. This time I require you to create 1 potion of intelligence and 1 potion of dexterity. I'm at a critical juncture in my research, so I shall dispense with any lengthy explanation. Surely you need not have me list every eye of newt and fang of bat you need at this point in your education. Well, you know what? I bought these potions already. So, here you go. Gonna inspect them. Considering the lack of guidance on my part, you have done tolerably well. The main catalyst potion of intelligence is the primal essence of life such as found in the blood of beastkin. The effect is diminished should the blood be allowed to clot, but you seem to have avoided that novice mistake. Potions of dexterity, they use bat fangs. In the practice of using the power to form a fang, horn, or tusk in the creation of alchemical mixtures is an Eastern technique that I'm glad to see you have willingly adopted. Either of these concoctions beyond the skill of most neophyte alchemists. It comes as something of a surprise that my sporadic bouts of instruction are proving so effective. In fact, in celebration of achievements, it is only fitting that you deliver these charms to the guild's customer in person. I shall regrettably remain behind in... Idiot. Your delivery will take you to the Colosseum. What was her name? Oh yes, Ardera. Alright. Delivery mission. Presume it's Gladiators Guild. I have your pot. Ooh, are you from the Alchemist Guild? I'm heard from the order would never rise. You do have the potions, don't you? Yes, here you go. I don't know, I thought the vials would be more ornate. Well, I must do something to pretty them up before I present them to Franz the Fair. Suppose I should be glad it was you in charge of my request and not the Guildmaster. I mean, one of your stories about the head of the Alchemist Guild. To be honest, I was happy to the potions to hold some foul liquid if they held anything at all. They say he has powerful connections and more guild than he can count, but all he does is wasting his workmanship doing experiments. What kind of research could probably be so important that he would spend every moment chained to his devices? Listen to me gossiping away when I have gifts to prepare. I do hope my beloved Franz will be impressed. Alright, I did more of your chores. Appreciate me more. Snore. Oh, my lord assistant. The task is done. I'm sure I made not the slightest mention of my task. But now that you mention it, I do seem to recall dropping some niggling irritation into your capable hands, and what then has transpired. I see. More concerned with the vessel and the contents, was she? Alright, of course I'm finding that I can no longer count you among that rabble. Should you continue down this path of mastery, they might come when you two might... Oh, right! Forgot the matter of payment. Now we both best be returning to our work. Level up! And... level 20 quest. Alright. Has to do with materia, right? Well, you need a book. Well, I have a request from a certain arcanist. He requires an alchemist to construct for him an engraved hard leather grimoire. But as so often the case, the matter is not as simple as it appears. You logs... I mean, I already have this thing built. Thus it falls to you to take up botany and get... Scout, or you can scour the market boards. We're not... And as if the end of we're not already sufficiently laborious, the client also requests that the tome be enhanced with materia. And, well, you don't really have to explain it to me. I kind of know how it works. And talk to... Its name is Mutamix. And he doesn't care which materia. Alright. Guess what? It's already complete. Whoever comes in your aptitude. Thanks. And the materia in it is control. It doesn't help at all. But it still counts as materia. Not a moment too soon, you may see for yourself the Arcanist's reaction to your undoubtedly fine work. I sent word that he should visit the guild forthwith, thus avoiding the tiresome business of delivery. He's like, whoa, check it out. Materia that I don't need. You can craft better with that now. Perhaps you might favor the creator of your new tome with an explanation of its nature. Marcus Weaver's spells he must conjure in his mind the image of distinct mystical diagrams known as arcane geometries, math stuff. The most important aspect of any grimoire is the quality of the ink used. Geometry is drawn with ink that is especially conductive to the flow of aether, allow the Arcanist to more effectively channel his magical strength. Thus, when one is in need of a new grimoire, one must turn to an expert. I was blessed with the attentions of a true artist. I know exactly to whom I will turn. Thank you, Master Alchemist. I am appreciated. Faulty picture though it may be, it is cause for exaltation. You should cast aside modesty and bask in the glow of your accomplishment, but do not let your ambition wither in the shadow of satisfaction, unless of course you wish to remain an assistant forever. Alright. All done the level 20, up to level 20 quest. Oh my god, I'm ready to suffer! Are you ready, Weaver? What's up, good-looking guildmaster? You need me to do my level 1 quest. Learn how to make what? A hempen yarn? I know how to hold a needle. I'm at level 24. Now I look the part. Yes, it'll be it'll be trivial. Make hempen yarn. You need moko grass. And that is all. Here's how you craft. Well, guess what? I have it. It's all done. Have you made your yarn already? Yes. There you go. I didn't make it. I bought it. She can follow basics instructions. Yes, I know. I have the fundamentals down. It's crafted with no less care than a whole garment. The higher quality thread, the easier is the high quality, the final product. Practice making yarn until I can do it in my sleep, until I'm dreaming of them sitting beside bronze ingots. You need to tell me you're ready to suffer? Next quest, level 5. So now we'll assign you your second task. Back so soon? Yup. Spend your time making the basic products of our trade, namely yarn and cloth. Now I need to make 3 hempen breeches and present them for his inspection. Gingham can furnish you with the materials. Every time you see the fruits of your labor, it will be remiss of me not to mention that there are many more economic methods of procuring. Yes, you can gather the stuff. A scythe. Working knowledge of botany. I mean, I've finished the quest up through level 20, so... I'm leveling them all together. Don't keep you waiting? Sure, I won't keep you waiting. I'm done. There, I'm breaching the issue with them. You may inspect them. Son of a breach. The style of leather has never been particularly fashionable, nor has the design changed significantly over the years, fluctuating length aside, but I digress. I wonder if you might try for a variation on the conventional design, but I see you opted for orthodoxy. It's a classic. It's inexpensive and durable. Is it really durable, though? Some customers value comfort and mobility. Each garment has a purpose. A purpose that you always bear in mind. A scalp tone is about as useful as a miner as nipples on a gladiator's breastplate. Now then, having completed your latest task, I believe you have earned the spinning wheel. Thanks, more crafting stats. For a little while we become accustomed to use the tools together. You need not worry, though. I fully intend to give you ample opportunity to acquire the knack. In fact, I won't be teaching you anything else until I've suffered. I still have thought of a new task for you. Until then, my girl. This guy's like a pretty orthodox teacher so far. But he's quite dapper. Alright, next quest, level 10. Appears perturbed and in need of assistance. Are you low on materials like every single other guild? Make me a dozen bolts of undyed hempen cloth as fast as you can. Note the whole sense of urgency. Time is of the essence. Done. We urgently need the cloth. Here you go. It wasn't time to explain before, but you're running low. This occasion, a detachment of ale-soaked adventurers from the Foreign Brigade thought the Silver Bazaar an appropriate location for a bout of fisticuffs, resulting in a pressing need for bandages. Originally, would not accept such a large commission at such short notice, but the Foreign Brigade is a favorite of her grace. It would not do well to let the troublemakers suffer, even if they did bring it upon themselves. And so your lovingly woven flag will be wrapped around the cracked heads, gashed knees, and split knuckles of said ruffians. So time has been entirely wasted. I dare say you now weave hempen cloth in your sleep, which is a handy talent to have given the fabric's many uses. You made progress. I do believe you're ready to undertake commissions. Yeah, we know, guild levs. Everybody's telling me about it. And should you continue to improve at the rate you have been, the glorious day that may not be so far off. Definitely take more shards, though. Alright, next quest. What do you need from me? A special task. I need to make 2 pieces of gear, right? Commission work regular customers. A gentleman named Wawaruka. That's got to be a Lalafell, right? To show appreciation for his continued patience, I would present him with his choice of bespoke garments. Seek him out, offer your services. Oh, and remember, you are representing me, so acquit yourself accordingly. This dude is over by the Miners Guild. Hello, what would you like, Lalafell? Don't mind me, just hanging out with my Lalafell buddies. And who's asking? Oh, right, Big Rose don't need to trouble himself in my account. All them gloves and scarves are for the guild, not me. Sort of quartermaster, what do you need? I see lads go through gear faster than I come chewing through a chunk of mithril. If the big man insists, it'd be rude not to accept. Cotton scarf, shepherd slops. Ones I've got on are on their last leg, see? I've been meaning to get round to replacing them. Speaking of wanting me to come to the guild for a fitting, will you? See you there. Hi, Wawaruka. I'm all done. A cotton scarf and a pair of cotton shepherd slops. That's all? Well, let's not keep the customer waiting. Let's not. All done. Garments are ready. That's a fancy Lalafell buying garments. These are nice, bloody nice. You're weaving in half, you are? Big Rose always did know how to train him. But I must confess that I had rather finer arrangements in mind when I extended you this invitation. Should you desire such, I would be honored to make them for you myself. Thanks, but no thanks. I can't see myself in frilly what sits a mine's where I belong, not some fancy ball. Sort of like this guy. You need a lady on your arm to go to them things. That'll be the day, eh? Aw. Anyhow, I'd best get on. But knowing how fast the lads go through gloves, I dare say I'll be back for long. Thanks again for the duds! You can lead a chocobo to water. Good work! Alright. Now you need me to get something with materia in it, right? Admit it. You need something with materia. Has a momentous task in mind for you. And today you work on behalf of Sunsilk Tapestries. Your client is heir to a vast fortune, a rare sort of individual in the city. Like many men of means, ever does he seek new Epicurean delights. I can only imagine what he desires this time. Thought it best for you to go and meet him man yourself, so I've taken the liberty of scheduling an appointment for you at the Sunsilk Tapestry shop on the steps of Nald. As I'm sure you're aware, that's on the other side of the city, and men like Mama, all these Lalafell, are not fond of waiting. In short, hurry. All the way to the plaza. Hi, Mama Jar. Whoa, he is actually neatly dressed. No, I cannot spare a Gil. You did. Rude! If you're kind, put half as much effort into finding a job as punching off. Oh. The Weaver. 'Twas a reflex. Showing that I have very specific requirements which must need to be fulfilled to the letter. I have recently discovered that I possess a prodigious talent for the gladiatorial arts, and I'm reliably informed that only the most expertly crafted equipment will allow me to realize my full potential. I want to cotton act on, but not just any. I'm going to act on that. It must be enhanced with materia. The ordinary kind is fit to be worn only by peasants. Understood? Good. Now then, I believe you have a job to do. Boss, this Lala's kind of rude. Steam client had to make you make. I see. When did materia enhanced garments become essential for gladiators, I wonder? That must be the way of it. Oh, hey, look, I made 12,000 gil. You can specify what type of materia you'd prefer. Feel free to use any kind. I highly doubt he'll be able to tell a difference. Are you? Yes, I'm familiar with materia. Everybody's told me. You're the last one to tell me about Mutamix. I'm afraid we won't be able to provide you with all the necessary materials. Don't worry about it. I'm done. It also has a crushed materia in it. That'll help you a lot. It appears to be satisfactory. I shall have one of my many masters deliver the payment. Allow me to express mine. Thank you. I don't doubt that this has been an unenjoyable experience for you. Remember, while we are under no obligation to respect such clients, we must always be seen to respect their wishes. Now, this week you have begun to realize appearances are akin to reality in the city. It is For the reason that our work is in such great demand, it is, after all, the Weaver's task to make the world see the... It's our job to do glamour. Alright, job well done. When I watched that little turd saunter out of here, I almost mistook him for a gladiator. Alright, more monies. Alright, level 20 quest done, and I'm at level 25. Alright, last but not least, Miners Guild. Hello, Alberta. My first task. You look good with a pickaxe. Alright, training commence. What do I need? 10 copper? Yes, 10 copper ore. There are all sorts of deposits, but you know what? You can just buy it. Buy the materials. Swing away. Motion may feel awkward first, but in time it'll become second nature. Here's how you mine. But you know what? I already know how to mine. So you know what? Here's your 10 copper ore. Done. Inspect my copper. Harder than expected, is it? Heh, all your recruits say as much. Takes a combination of knowledge, experience, and instinct to know where to dig. Mining is grueling work, and you'll be dog-tired most of your waking hours, but tell me, did you not feel invigorated each time your pickaxe struck home? Did you not experience the thrill of triumph when the earth finally yielded up your prize? That's what we miners live for. You may be ripe to collapse, your face caked in weak old dirt, but the promise of discovery drives you on, and the instant you find that which you have long sought, in that sparkling instant, you feel like a god among men. You made a fine start, and I would see you maintain your efforts. Come back at level 5. Thanks, Alberta. But look, I'm already past level 5, so I can immediately talk to you again once you actually load. Alright, you see the importance of knowing the land. Judging by the blisters in your hand, I've been hard at work. Mineral wealth varies from region to region. Even then, there's a marked difference between east and west. Once you 6 miner, essentially you know where to look for and what. That's what the log is for. How else can you expect to reveal innermost secrets to you? So, just get used to where stuff is. I'd like you to seek out 10 bone chips. So you don't go about it completely blind, here's a hint. You'll find these just beyond the gate of Nald. Off you go now and happy digging. Well, you know what? I already have your 10 bone chips here. So, here you go, all done. You can expect them even. See? I did a good job, right? I mean, I didn't really. Reveal them in the log so I can see where they are at all times. Or Google it. You should also make a point of knowing who needs them. Armorers and blacksmiths are our best customers when it comes to ores. Or what? Goldsmiths struggle to apply that trade if we didn't supply them with gold and gemstones and bone. Alchemists need cinnabar. Everything needs stuff. Don't look so glum. Just be thankful you don't have to bleeding memorize all the information. You have a gathering log for such stuff. That's all for now. Come back at level 10. Here's how you use the gathering log. All done. Take some more money. And what do I have to deliver to you next? While you load. Loading Alberta. Alright. Take that in the name of the Miners Guild. The Rising Star! Oh, don't be like that. I'm only teasing. It's not to say that isn't true. You've been working tirelessly. I think you're ready to handle a task in the name of the guild. We receive orders from various parties, but most come from Imagina & Sons Mineral Concern. The concern actually owns this hall, but they've kindly given us the loan of it. In return, they get first pick of guild talent to work their mines. They send requests for us to procure less widely used mineral commodities required in quantities too small to warrant anything beyond an ad hoc arrangement. One such request happens to arrive just now, and I want you to take care of it. They need obsidian. Yeah, search the hammers in Western Thanalan. Well, you know what? I have obsidian already. I've studied this up. This is what Google's for. It's for learning all the stuff you need to bring beforehand, so you don't have to actually go out and get it. In case you're wondering, the spoils of your labor are bound for the Colosseum. I'm told there's an expedition featuring ancient arms. One of these is the Makwahu sword, a wooden sword with shards of obsidian embedded in its edge. Before man learned to work metal, he used various kinds of stone to craft blades for his weapons. Obsidian was among the most coveted thanks to its razor-sharp edge it could achieve. These days, of course, blades are commonly forged of steel, and obsidian has fallen out of favor, but there's still folk out there willing to pay good coin for it, nevertheless. As an ambitious young miner, you'd do well to pay attention to such customers, making the effort to stay abreast of demand, and your efforts will be more richly rewarded. You continue to impress with your progress. It's time you learned how to use a sledgehammer. Thanks. My very first sledgehammer, except it's not. I can beat bedrock. And go and find a rock and smash it, just like as if I'm a marauder. Smashing all the rocks. That rocks! Level 15. I'd like you to meet a prominent member of the mining community. Uh-oh. I'm searching. I meet one of your friends? Speaking of Deep Canyon, vice foreman of Imagine and Sons Mineral Concern. Oh. Alright, now he wishes to meet me. We haven't spoken much. Truth be told, I've scarcely seen him. You never know, but we used to be close. So you should go and see the man, find out what he wants of you. He's waiting by the entrance. Hello, Deep Canyon. What a weird name. Yes. Vice foreman of the concern. Did you appreciate that? Sure, Alberta's newest protege would be Alchemy, like every other miner's place produces these days, by which you're from even farther afield, and that you're an adventurer. No offense. We're just known for being fickle buggers who break pledges like the rest of us break bread. Truth be told, I always wonder whether you lot are actually good for Oda. But it seems you're not like the others. It takes more than a job in miner to deliver on an order from the concern. Alright, what real work? What do you need? Cinnabar. Cinnabar shouldn't pose much trouble. Alright. You should tell Guildmaster about your little test. She's the one in charge around here, after all. I won't have it said that I'm undermining her authority. Guess what? I have the Cinnabar already. What a surprise, right? Thanks, Google. Cinnabar's mill used to make quicksilver. You need a sledgehammer for it. Isn't easy to find. In fact, it's known to elude even experienced miners, and here you are tasked with procuring 10 of it. Now go find it. Maybe it'll help you dig, but I can point you in the right direction. Search just outside the sunrise gate. The rocky outcrops thereabouts are known to yield cinnabar. 10 may not sound like a lot. But take it from me, you'll have to work for every one. This is a big task. Is it though? Task complete. Here you go. You can inspect it too. You're raising the cinnabar. Trying to steal me away. I'd make you my personal subassailant if the position's not open to adventurers. Why? Because the concern only employs those whose roots... Racist? I know full well that there are decent foreigners out there who give us much as they get, yourself for one, but ultimately what belongs in Ilda stays in Ilda's hands. The current guildmate doesn't share our way of thinking. We need to see about correcting before long. Might be as business is good, but 'tis better to be short-handed than to watch outsiders make off with our wealth. Yes, racist. Alright, more work coming my way. Pay more attention to your gear. I mean... I've upgraded my gear quite a bit. Because I craft it all. Yes, this is how gear stats work. And more money. Done. And level up. Alright, Alberta, you need me to get the carbonized matter, right? Teach me about... I know how to do materia already. Like, I literally had, 10 other people tell me. He used to be a miner himself, but more than that, he used to be my mentor. My father was a miner, but he died in a cave when I was but a child. The guild's been a home to me since. His members of my family. I grew up here watching girls sing and dance on the very stage. I've been joining them for a while. It seemed the best way to please my adopted family. I wanted to become a miner back then, but after what happened to my father, I could scarcely face the thought of spending a moment underground, never mind a lifetime. Now the stage suited me better, which left what exactly? Having been surrounded by miners for as long as I can remember, I began to wonder if I truly belonged among them. I even considered leaving. It was then that one of the guild's brightest and best took me by the hand and showed me the joys of mining. I speak, of course, of Deep Canyon. He taught me everything he knew, which was a great deal, and the more I learned of mining, the closer I felt to my father. Alright, but I'm rambling. Alright, now we're going to talk about materia. Concerns the vice foreman's advice for you. Speaks to a miner who neglects his gear can't hope to work to his full potential. You have no choice but to replace it, and these days we have materia. But you're confused. I shouldn't have a confused expression. I mean, I've been told this 65 times already. It's like, yeah, go talk to Mutamix to learn about it. And you don't need catalysts anymore. 15 fragments ought to do it. You'll have to best luck searching around the village checkpoint over in Middle Enosha. Oh, and you'll most definitely need your sledgehammer. Except I have it already. Here you go. That's right, look at that carbonized matter. First thing I should tell you is that it's not been around for long. I mean, or at least knowledge of its use only came to our shore a few years back. The process of enhancing equipment goes something like this. You take gear, extract it, and then you attach it to other stuff. Enhance. And then you learn about melding. And we know how melding works because this is the 17th time I've been told this. Vitality materia. Anyways, all done. It's like, go see Mutamix to learn. Alright, next is level 25. You should probably also learn about ventures. Troubled adventurer. So eventually I've told something there. Should you wish to offer your assistance, you'll find these troubled souls in Limsa. The rules will be the same regardless of whom you help, so do not hesitate to aid the venture of your choice. I mean, I'm here, I might as well, right? Bloody hell, I ain't got time for this. What's going on? Mind handling a meddlesome task for a man in need? I retain her. Took an adventure in Skull Valley with not more than what I gave him. And the little bugger's up and vanished. So I gotta help out. Gotta find your retainer. I'll ride on out over to here. Find the hurt retainer. Looks like there's gonna be a battle. These guys are gonna get fucked up. Oh, poor retainer's gonna get hit. Rescue! Was that a Lala retainer? Yes. I don't know what you think you saw, but I show you that I had everything under control. It's like, no? You could at least shown some remorse for furnishing me with such poor equipment. Do I sound dead to you? I'm not getting paid nearly enough for this work. I hope you treat your retainers with more respect. Anyways, courtesy dictates I thank you for your intervention. To the end, I ask that you seek out Ferd Weeb in East Hawkers Valley. Tell her what you did, and I'm sure she'll reward you handsomely. Farewell. What a polite Lala. Bye. Loading. Yeah, finish a level 17 quest. It sounds like he came along just in time. Last thing we need is another retainer dying during a venture. You're not familiar with ventures? Quite understandable. Let me explain. Establish a new system through which retainers may be dispatched to procure items from their employees. Should you wish to avail yourself of this additional service, you will need to pay your retainers in advance with ventures. I speak of these special script issued by the Venturers Guild. Accept them with my compliments. Let me assure you that it isn't complicated. Any retainer can walk you through it. When next you speak with yours, why not raise the subject? Alright. Done. So now I can set... I think I can set my classes for my retainers. Some of the retainers wish to send a field and follow the instructions to begin. Previously, you must first assign them a class. After some retainers, assign them a class, and then you're good to go. Alright, but I got all the class quests done, or the crafting and gathering class quests through 20. So I think next time I'm probably going to do more... I have to start doing more side quests. So I think the Limsa side quests, I'm going to use a mix of my... what is it? Rogue and Marauder. And then when I do the Ola side quests, I'll probably just use my Thaumaturge and level them. But that'll be for next time. Thanks for watching! Did you like this video? If you did, like it, leave a comment, and share it. You can click on the left button to subscribe, and the right button to watch more Lalafell adventures. Thanks for watching!